to get your information. To the school to be part of our discussion. School television. School radio station. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Vonjama, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat kepa, gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon.
Okay, folks. 2 minutes down, 8 p.m. here in Liberia. Today is Monday, the 15th day of May, 2023. Today we celebrating Unification Day in Liberia as well. The actual holiday was on yesterday, but it fell on a Sunday, so it's being celebrated here today as well. You're welcome to Spoon Talk, the biggest platform in Liberia, the biggest talk show in Liberia. So you're listening to us on Fabric 101.1, Super 95.5, and Spoon 107.5 FM as well. My name is Diamond Slanger, and I'm producing. Good evening to you, James. How are you doing?
Yeah, good evening, Diamond. I'm okay. How you doing too?
Yeah, all right. Come on here.
That's cool. I'm gonna bring the doctor in.
Yeah, you have to bring it down. Oh, Dr. Richardson. I'm smiling. I kind of smile.
When you full of it. Good day. How are you guys doing today?
That's a fun, Chief. Yeah.
I'm okay. Good morning, Mia.
Yeah. I'm doing good, Dr. Richardson. I'm doing great. And you?
I'm doing well. I'm always, making the best out of life. I woke up this morning, saw my family, got something to eat. So you just got to make the best out of life.
Yeah, sure.
Keep smiling. Don't let him see you sweat.
I'm feeling learning new one today. Keep smiling. Don't let him see you sweat, eh?
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, good day. What's up?
Yeah. I'm good. Everything's super.
Oh, good. Yeah. Don't expect any less of you, James. Everything should be super. So what's going on today? What's going on in our country? I heard you say today is Unification Day.
Yeah. The actual holiday was on yesterday. But because it did fall on a Sunday, so today is the working day off. So folks did have a long weekend from Friday.
That was a national stay-at-home holiday.
Yes. So all businesses are closed except for emergency services like hospitals, clinics, and others might be opening like restaurants and all that. But all public offices, banks, they're all closed today to resume normal working activities tomorrow.
How did the country celebrate Unification Day? Was there any kind of specific celebration? I'm sorry, I've been out of the group with internet services and stuff like that. I haven't been online to see anything. Maybe you guys posted something. How did it work out today?
Well, there was an official message from the president, to Liberians as to why we need to keep being unified and united, and why the need for unity should remain in Liberia. So the president did address the nation. There isn't always an elaborate program, but other institutions and organizations will have, programs on the side, but unlike July 26th or August 24th, there isn't an official program, to mark Unification Day, but it is a major holiday in Liberia as well.
That's good. I think that's a great holiday. I think that especially now when people are making divisive statements during this election season, I think it's important for us to promote unity amongst Liberian because we are a country of many different people, different groups of people, tribal people, people of different professional background, gender, men, female, you know. So I think that united, we will stand strong, and diversity will breed our talent that is within every one of us. So I think it's an awesome holiday. I would like to see them add some services to it, like doing some kind of unification type activity in the country or around the country. I think those kind of things will help us a lot.
Yeah, so the history behind Unification Day, this holiday was actually, preferred by President William V. S. Todman, one of his many policies.
Mhm.
Liberia, we have diverse people in the country, and there was this issue of settlers versus native, and native people feeling, being ostracized and all of that. So Unification Day was one of his many policies, including the open door policy as well, to get the native people involved, and everybody being involved. So it's just a brief history as to how we have this holiday called Unification Day,
Quite
National Unification Day. Yeah.
yes, well placed. It's our history. We have to embrace it, but we have to embrace it with some intentionality, meaning that we do intentional things to bring unity to the country. And I think it is on all sides. It's not just about indigenous people in the country. I think it is about people who have more opportunities than others, those who are privileged, who felt privileged in the country, and those who did not feel privileged. So I think I think Liberia is such a beautiful country, honestly, to tell you the truth. People are really beautiful people too. So, and someone like me who happened to come from both backgrounds,
Okay.
I really appreciate the unit. I think I'm a billboard for unification actually because I have both background inside of me. So, and it brings a lot of humbleness, respect, tolerance of other people's view because I got to live it. So yeah,
Okay.
so thanks for sharing that information about Unification Day.
All right, man. You're
What
welcome.
else is going on in the country besides Unification Day?
A lot of things happening in Liberia. I firstly want to kick off by saying Happy Mother's Day to mothers around the world. I know it's belated, it's one day after, but this is my only time being on the radio since Mother's Day was International Mother's Day was celebrated yesterday. But we're still in the Mother's Month as well. So churches alike will have their Mother's Day either on the third Sunday or the last Sunday, depending on how well they get the activities planned for Mother's Day. So I want to appreciate mothers all around the world, not just those who give birth to children, but you can be a mother but not being biologically related to someone, but taking on that mothering role. And mothering doesn't end. I can say that, especially with my own mom. Sometimes I wear something, I feel comfortable with it. I needed her permission to even do my hair like this. I had to go to her and tell her, like, look, I'm trying to change my look. Are you okay with this? Because if she's not okay, I'm not going to have access to her house. So that's for sure. So, we'll fuss, we'll fight, we'll do everything. But mothers, they're a special breed as well. So I appreciate mothers all around the world as well. Yeah.
Good
And I
job.
also want to say, I also want to say good luck to Liberia's seniors today that will begin their exams tomorrow. They will be writing the regional exams, the sub-regional exams in Liberia. They call it WAS.
Oh, okay.
But I went to school in Ghana and they call it WASI. So I find it difficult to say the WAS or the WASI. So in Liberia, they say WASI. In Ghana, they say WASI. It's the sub-regional
I was
exam.
in school in Liberia, the West African examination.
Yeah. When I come exam. Yeah. So
No, we had a
good luck.
West African examination. It used to come
Yeah.
from all over, had all types of history and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck to all of the seniors that will be writing tomorrow. Wish them
Awesome.
all of the best. and I'm looking forward to awesome graduation speeches. I only look forward to the graduation speeches.
That's something behind that one there.
Now, are you talking anything about me talking?
I'm not talking yet.
Yeah, the thing never me talking. So I remember some time back on this show, I talked about the diamond saga, not me, the diamond that was found in Papulu County, the 53.3 carats that was found in Papulu. There's been claims and counter claims, you know. When I reported that the guy was missing, they couldn't find him. Apparently, the guy was brought to Monrovia. Yeah, he was brought to Monrovia for a number of days where he was kept, you know, behind closed doors. So this guy is known as Iron Jacket. Yeah.
That one you didn't make that
name. That name is popularly known by Iron Jacket. But let me get you his real name. I did have his real name.
Iron Jacket. Iron Jacket. We can remember that one.
Yeah, Mohammed Kamara. That's his real name. So the story is Mohammed Kamara is a fisherman, but he's also a jack of all trade, and he found this diamond in Papulu. But the confusion was whether or not he found the diamond in claim number 9 or claim number 12. But when he found the diamond initially, according to the head of the Diamond Brokers Association, you know, he told the people in the town that he found the diamond in claim number 9 that belongs to another lady. But when he was brought to Monrovia, he then changed his story and said he found the diamond in claim number 12. So according to the head of the Diamond Brokers Association for Papulu County, he has been pressured, he has been coerced, and the Ministry of Mines and Energy, according to the head, you know, they did some kangaroo judgment and they awarded the diamond to Iron Jacket instead, you know. But the ministry said it was left with the people from claim number 9 to have proven a case that this diamond was found in their claim, you know. So they've turned over the diamond to Iron Jacket, who then will be free to sell the diamond to anybody of his choice, and the government is going to get their share of the royalties as well. So but they're still calling on the president's intervention. They want him to intervene that this diamond was not actually found in claim number 12 as it's been said. It was found in claim number 9. So we still do have some hauling and pooling, but from the Ministry of Mines and Energy's perspective, they've settled the case. According to them, they've done their investigation and they've settled the case. And Iron Jacket, you know, is the one who now has got custody of the diamond, and he can sell the diamond to whoever he chooses. Yeah, so that's just to bring you an update on the entire diamond saga. So
that's one of the biggest diamond in the country, right? Diamond
53.3. So I'm still trying to get the market value of 53.3 carats. Yeah, what's the total market value as well? I'll get that figure and I'll give it to you during the course of the show, but we can move on.
Our country rich, yo. Liberia is very rich. Can you imagine?
Yeah. So still on women issues, the National Elections Commission and political parties, 21 out of the 25 certified political parties in the country, did sign the MOU, the gender parity MOU. That is the 30% quota for women to participate in the upcoming elections. 30% of their candidates will be women. So that was signed by 21 out of the 25 political parties in Liberia. That's 22, not 21, 22. Let me be precise with the information. 22 out of the 25 registered political parties in the country did sign that particular MOU with the National Elections Commission. So we'll be seeing, as per their signature, as per what they signed, that it will be fielding at least 30% or more female candidates. That is to give more participation to women in politics in Liberia. All right, so this is not so much of a good news. I got this from our Bong County contributor, Kongwe Bakokoli, where in Bong County, a lady has been arrested for leaving her 2 days old baby in a swamp.
Man.
Yeah, to die. Yeah, you know, to leave a baby in the swamp to die. According to what information I've gathered, the lifeless body of this child was found around the Sugar Hill community on Saturday. So she gave birth to this child. According to information, she did carry the child for the entire period of 9 months, the entire gestation period for 9 months. She gave birth to the child. But when she was arrested, she said because the father of this child, the presumed father of the child, had denied the pregnancy. So after she gave birth to the child, she decided to, put the child in a swamp. She didn't decide to leave the child at any hospital or in front of any well-meaning person, residence, or anywhere else, but she put this child in a swamp and he drowned to death. So she has been arrested. Her name is Lopu Kesali. She's been charged with the crime of murder and forwarded to the 9th Judicial Circuit Court there in Bong County. So that's
that is heartbreaking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is heartbreaking. So quickly, just to end, we have a long day. We have a lot to do. So we are all aware that the LP endorsed the Baka Kun ticket on yesterday in Buchanan City. But Chairman Musa Hassan Belete has threatened a lawsuit against Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence for using the Liberty Party's name and logo as well. He says there is no standard bearer position. I mean, there is no political leader position in the Liberty Party. So Madam Lawrence is acting illegally. So everything that was done yesterday, now vla, according to Chairman Musa Hassan Belete. But I was at the event yesterday. They didn't deter people from attending that particular event. Yes, we did see momentum. It was more of a press conference like where you had people invited and the invitees were seated, and then it was more of a press conference just to announce what they did. So that is that. We'll see how far the legal battle will go, how we ensue and everything. But she made a statement that the reason she did not side with the ANC is because Mr. Cummings had fueled and fanned the crisis in the Liberty Party, and they were trying to use her as going as a vice standard bearer as a means to get her back into the Liberty Party or to get her party back to her. So she's not going to fall for such. And after the consultations, she said Mr. Cummings is greedy. If she had gone on that ticket, it would have also meant that she's greedy as well. She also made reference to the fact that Councillor Tiawan Gonglo had sought after her. But she did not agree because after consultations with her people, they found out that Tiawan Gonglo wasn't the right candidate at the time. He's a good man. He stands for principles and all of that. But she chose to endorse the Cummings Bwaka ticket. So that not Cummings Bwaka, but Bwaka Kun. Sorry, Cummings Bwaka is what we thought would have happened. Many Liberians had wanted. So Bwaka Kun ticket. So that's where I stop, Dr. Richardson.
Well, thank you so much, Diamond. I want to welcome Mr. Fagon to the show. I'm going to also go to Good Day to Charming, but my heart is still stuck on that child, that story about the Bong County lady who left her baby to die at the swamp. For some reason, it's just troubling me. Usually when a woman is pregnant, she delivers, she experiences, some women, some trauma, postpartum trauma. And I'm just wondering about her and thinking if she experienced that and whatever other stressors she had when she was going through the pregnancy. But I think, Diamond, you shared similar stories like this not too long ago to me about another baby.
Yeah, that was in the same Bong County.
Okay.
But that baby was found,
Yes.
the baby was found and healthy. So that baby is still alive, Yeah, but this one was left in the swamp to drown.
Yeah, so it's concerning, and that's what my mind went back to that story you shared. So as a woman, I can't help but to feel uneasy about it. And I think hopefully, we'll have answers, solutions. But it happens here as well, where women used to, for whatever reason, desert their babies. And so now there's a law that was passed that if you have a child and you feel unable to take care of the child for whatever reason, psychological, physical, financial reason, you can take the child to the nearest police station, church, or wherever, and just leave the child with no question asked. So, maybe that might help us, I don't know, as a country, But it seems some women have utilized that law, that allowed them to just leave the baby. But anyway, and I also like the idea of the gender parity rule. It has worked in places like Rwanda. So I think it will be very good for Liberia if we apply by that rule. James, good day. You want to chime in?
Yeah. Hello, you getting me?
Yeah, I'm listening. You want to chime in? What's going? What anything you would like to add from your end?
Yes. Uh, as we all may be aware, October 10th is the presidential and legislative elections, and Nigeria conducted its elections recently, where many folks came out to accuse the elections commission there that the election was not conducted the right way. So what happened? The United States. I'm just giving this news because we are going ahead of. We have our elections right ahead of us, and maybe we have other people thinking. I'm not accusing anyone within our elections commission, but if we have any of them thinking like that, the United States has imposed visa restriction on the head of the elections commission in Nigeria and some of his officers, co-officers. Why? For threatening voters and also allegedly manipulating elections in Nigeria. So the United States has imposed visa restriction on them. I hope our commission in Liberia will follow that development to guide themselves and other political leaders in Liberia or top citizens to also look at that because we prefer the US in the world than any other country. Just to know that anything they do, America is watching them. So Nigeria is the latest, specifically the Elections Commission has been hit with visa restriction due to manipulation or alleged manipulation of election results in Nigeria. And on the 23rd, I'm sorry, on the 14th of June, political parties or politicians will be allowed to register ahead of the elections. We have somebody saying I'm low. I think my volume is okay. Yeah, so the registration period for political parties starts on the 14th of June to the 14th of July. There were representative candidates, senatorial candidates, and presidential candidates will have to, or aspirants will have to register and be certified by the Elections Commission before we can now call them presidential candidate or representative or so forth. Uh, we also saw what happened in Nimba and what do you I'm sorry. Sometimes when events, when you not get a rightful result from an event, sometimes you get to forget about that. We saw what happened in Grand Bassa County, and today it did not start. So we hope, and we are also expecting Chamability to be going to court tomorrow or in the coming days or weeks so that Senator Yumble Kanga Lawrence and her entire team will go and defend their decision of impersonating to be members of the Liberty Party or political leaders of the Liberty Party. All those who were part of that, they impersonated to be who they were not during that event. So Betty is ready. And many things happening. We hope to get more from you all.
Great. Thank you so much. Good day for your information. I really am pleased with the U.S. putting sanction on the election commissions. I believe that the strategy of putting sanction on individuals as opposed to a whole country is a much better strategy, because it then targets people who are in the business of, uh, wrongdoing, as opposed to, the entire country suffering for a few people's behavior. So yes, we'll wait and see how things pan out. I have not read the story in its entirety, but thank you for bringing it to us. Um, and we're going to have a lot of discussion, a spirited discussion. I want to welcome all of you today to Spoon Talk, your platform, your station. We're going to be engaging in discussions that happened over the weekend or throughout the week. So share the show, call a friend, join us, participate in the discussion in the comment section, or when it is time for you to call in, we ask that you also call in. Um, I want to just move on to just welcoming some of our viewers, our audience here today. Mr. Falcon, would you help me welcome my family people? We can hear you.
I can see them.
Eh. I can't see that you won't wear my glasses.
Because some of the people in the under need Tansiki Sanki. What kind of need that? We know that brand in Tansiki wedding.
God.
Look at that one. Zeus. Zeus was a Greek god or something like that. Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus Carter, he's a avid follower. So let's welcome.
And the other one need Tapla Popo Pupo. Yeah, they gonna need it. Your family people, they gonna need it.
Tapla, my family people, all my family people in here today. You see it.
Okay, let me just call some name then.
Yeah, call someone.
Wele Zwatuo, Fofi Ducle, Aloysius Greaves, Baker Rense, Moses Kamara, Henry Passaway, Makula Son, Charles Johnny. You got Alfred Max Brown. The people rolling, but I faster than the computer. I know how that thing can work. Yeah. So we gotta wait for them small to come back up. I faster than all of them. Jacqueline Fraser, Gregory David Bidell. Oh, Gregory, I'm a male.
Ain't see funny on the
Jimmy Gray, Bill Sasha, Julius K. Young, Gavler P. Mawo, that other one, Gavler, every day causing me some kind of way. Nakili Binda, Simiweli Kuyate, Mestiven, that Dutch. You doing in Holland, you can't wear yet. Moses Kamara, Marjorie Duncan Foller, Ezekiel Brooks.
How are you, sis?
That family there.
My family, I got plenty of family for
Morris Johnson, James Wozie, that Wozie brother.
That una Wozie, that una
family. Jenica, I went to school with Kamon. Eric Apia Labes, Brighter Bennett Benson, Titus Fayard, E. Darlington Rayleigh, Kalusha Bwakai Tule, Kamon Jenica again, okay, Musu Linda Kiawu, George Tai, Eric Apia Lebase, James Kwade Piri Colley, and Suku Jackson. I gave a family battle that in ha yeah. Francis Colley, Marceline, Massa Famula, James David, etc. Brighton, they coming by now, they're repeating that set.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, if you are just joining us, I asked you earlier to share the show. We're going to have a very great conversation tonight. This is a place where we come and exchange ideas. I talk my own, if I can talk your own, other panelists talk their own. And at the end of the day, we hope that you will process the information and be informed about how to make our country a better place. What kind of leaders do we need? What we need in terms of development? What kind of financial accountability that we need for our development? So all of those ideas are what we sort of propose here for discussion. So join us, share the show. We look forward to having you enjoy the show with us. Let me just see who's here. I think Mr. Falcon did a great job in welcoming our people. Jennifer Banks, William Pator, Hassan, Ohaji Tiger Page, Yusuf Sharif. I want to welcome you guys to the show. Israel Jackson, Joseph Dolly, Mamadi Sharif from Buchanan City, Grand Bassa. George Morris Jr. from Canada is watching here. Nice to have all of those who are in Canada. Pretty soon, Leo will be back, so you guys can come back to support him. Titus Fire, I've been talking about Titus Fire from Bamako is also watching. Strecker Do is watching. Alu Crusoe is watching from Conco Town. E. Darlington really is watching. Robinson Cully is watching from Bong County. Bona Yiwoslo Saki is also watching. Just, want to welcome all of you. Happy to have you here today. So, Mr. Fagon, I'm going to just start as our other colleagues roll in. What's your take? What's your 2 minutes take on what's happening in Liberia? What's on your mind? What's been sort of going through your head?
Well, the first thing is the threats for Musa Hassan Belati yesterday on this network, stating that he was considering going to court for numbly impersonating as the political leader of Liberty Party. For me, it's not my opinion. I just double dare Musa Belati again. I use the word double dare him to take Numbly to court for what he termed as her impersonating. Because I think the facts are out there. He's the chairman of the Liberty Party. And the last time I recall, the Liberty Party said he was the chairman. But the Liberty Party did not go, the Supreme Court, said he was the chairman. But the Supreme Court did not go through a case that told him he had the right to suspend her, to remove her from the position. It was him who came on this network and explained that he did not do it alone. He did it in consultation with an executive committee. That is what he said. So until he can go to court and tell the court that she's no longer the political leader or that she was suspended, the court does not know that. The fact that the court has been entertaining her means that the court recognizes her, or else there will be no case. So again, I double dare him to go to the court and say she's impersonating, so that he can find out whether the court has heard a case and made that determination that she is not the political leader, or that her suspension is legitimate. Until that happens, that's why we shared a video today. Later on in the show, we will play it so that the world and the Liberian people can hear what the founding father, Brumskine, himself said when Musa Belati, Ben Sambi, and Kawi left. It won't be my word. It won't be Good Day word. It would be Brumskine himself who said, if you believe in me, if you love me, listen to me. Let them go. Let God be with them. He called their names. So for them to come back into the party, thanks to Delon and Yombly, and get Tabata, it's unacceptable. So the evidence is here today. The evidence is right here. I said, Belete can't go to Kodu. I said, I double dare him. So the law can tell him when you came here for your paper business. You didn't come here for suspension or expulsion. It's a totally different case. So go bring the case and we hear it. Other things can come about. There is still going on, sir. What? There is a secret meeting going on right now. Maybe an end. To Charlene Brumskine house. Tina look at me like that. I got eyes in the skies. You try me today, you will see picture live. I will prove to you that Belete and Kumis enter Charlene Brumskine yard. Today, that's small baking. Maybe the meeting stay on a on. They putting her under every pressure. We got evidence. They want to hear my second me argue. I got eyes and I got ear jeans everywhere in the country. They there nana. All the need get saying on it. I'm just trying to make it comical. And Belete, according to my source now that nobody can question, because I have the evidence, has threatened Charlene that if she refuses to accept the offer, she will not run on Liberty Party ticket as long as he's chairman. We shall see. Because you can spell Liberty, L-I-B-E-R-T-Y. And you can have a party called Liberty, L-I-B-E-R-T-I-C. It will not be with Neko. She will just wear the green and white and say, you follow me to the Liberty Party. And they will never see Basso against her. So I got the evidence. We're not coming to argue. Whole day, yesterday they were in Besongaya. Today, they in Sharia. Who car they use? They use Belete car. I get eyes. And then one part, the other man argued he didn't go in Kun fence. Him getting discouraged. So today, we make sure when he entered the fence with Kumis, my dream was all the building. I get so no la there again. But you gave him 2 minutes. Okay, I'll keep him my 2 minutes for next time.
Okay, thank you.
I refer to James. I keep my 2 minutes. My 2 plus my other 2 will be.
Thank you. Thank you. Good day. You have anything to add? Please time yourself. I'm timing you too.
Good day. No, I get proof.
I should time myself?
No, I'm timing you.
But if I don't speak for more than 4 minutes.
If I go different.
Okay.
If I go daily report.
All right. We should be sometimes fair and balanced when we're talking about issues that happened in yesterday politics. I listened to Minister Fagon talking about Mr. Belete or Chairman Belete and others leaving the LP to go to CDC and the founding fathers speaking. Let's go back to 2011. What happened? Senator Dillon left the same Liberty Party we're talking about today. He left when Brumskine needed him, and he went to support the Unity Party. He supported the Unity Party, and that became a serious discussion in Liberia that Senator Dillon even had to fight to restore his image after the 2011 elections, which brought serious friendship between the president's son, Robert Salih, and Senator Dillon. So the same thing happened in 2017. After the court process, what did the political leader?
In 2011, what Brumskine said to Dillon?
Mr. Fagon, let's protect James.
I know I protect now. I just asking him in
No,
2011.
hold on now. You know you
Okay,
are speaking. Thank you. You are speaking, James.
Nobody with you looking sorrowful.
Isn't it? I should continue.
Go ahead. Please continue.
So after the 2017 court, that is the court process, after everything, what did the political leaders say? And not only the late Brumskine, even Mr. Cummings and other political leaders, they gave their political party members the chance to support whoever they wanted to support. That they should go ahead and support the parties they wanted to support because they were looking up to them to come up with a direction to say, let's support this party. The only political leader who did that was Senator Prince Johnson, who publicly announced that his support was for the CDC. Mr. Cummings did not speak. He did not tell his supporters who they should support. He told them to support whoever they wanted to. Brumskine, the late councillor, did not say, let's support the Unity Party. Okay, did not say, let's support the Unity Party or the CDC. So everyone in his party had the right to support who they wanted to support, and that led to Mr. Sevi and Mr. Berete and others going to the CDC. I provided coverage on that event that very day. I provided coverage. I was at the headquarters of the CDC when they came over to John. So there was no announcement to say, let's go so or let's go so. Everyone had their right to support who they wanted to. So you cannot hold Berete responsible for leaving Brumskine going this way. And again, let's agree that institutions are now owned by individuals. Brumskine may have been the brain behind the formation of the Liberty Party, the same as George Weah. We can go to Kesely regarding the Unity Party, or in current day Liberia, we can say Joseph Yuma Boakai. But institutions are owned by everyone. So if Brumskine was the brain behind it, it doesn't mean, or it is not his property to say whatever Brumskine says, this is what will happen. And what happened again after Brumskine passed away? Since the party knew that Brumskine was like a demon god for the party, who used to take decisions that were now constitutional sometimes, the party decided to reauthor the Constitution to say these are some of the things that our political father used to do, and we need to recalibrate and restructure our Constitution. Where that event took place in Lofa County in Vonjama, they had to travel to Vonjama to look at their Constitution, not to go by the doctrine of Brumskine, who used to say, okay, Mr. Fagon, you are the CEO of the campaign. And the Constitution never had any portion to talk about CEO of the campaign. But unilaterally, he went ahead and appointed Berete as the CEO of the campaign. So they had to go to Lofa County. At the time, Senator Yombly was ending his tenure when he said, let Yombly take care of the party during that time. They had to go back, and it was in Lofa where they also elected my kinsman, Zago, to serve as the chairperson. It was in Lofa that they had to look at their entire constitution, the 2015 constitution, they look at it, and they came to Banga. We can talk about Ganta and so forth. So parties are not for individuals, just like countries. They are not for individuals. You may be the founder, but they are not your properties. We should not look at Brumskine to say what Brumskine said yesterday is constitutional. No, Brumskine worked outside of the Constitution many times in the Liberty Party when he was alive, and there are occasions that we can prove them. One is Benedict serving as campaign CEO when the party has nothing about CEO. I'll stop right there.
So, okay.
Can I get my 2 minutes back? Because James talked for 4 minutes and a half.
I will just add my thoughts to what is happening.
No, you the moderator. Jean Nantes is a liar, and we have a video to prove that James get right there. Well, right there. So let me get my 2 minutes. You are a psychologist or psychiatrist, sorry. When you will listen to the video, if it will sound like that everybody had a right to go. Let Brumskine talk for himself before you, the moderator, talk. Who the other person behind there again, Lord? Yeah, man.
And Senator, they don't also support the Unity Party in 2017.
Hey, wait now.
You know, and you myself came to an agreement. You thought your own, everybody thought their own.
I gave my 2 minutes to keep. I said, I want everybody to be corrupt. Nobody let you corrupt now. I gave my 2 minutes. I said, keep it for me. You say, okay.
So everybody corrupt here now.
But you keep it. Okay, I want my 2 minutes, please. I want it back.
But you spoke for 4 minutes. They gave
me my 2 minutes. They gave me my 2 minutes. I said, keep it for me. She said, okay. And after 2 minutes, I want back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'll get back to you. Let me just give my own 2 minutes, and then we'll get back to you.
Okay, but then my 2 minutes plus my own 2 minutes are 4 minutes again. Okay, no problem.
Corruption in practice in broad daylight now.
Then give me my 2 minutes while you get ready and let me use it.
You can't force that 2 minutes on us, huh?
And are you keeping it for me? You say you keeping it?
That walk on the phone to you.
How the president we are, who will take people $30 million for stimulus package. Then we say, wonder how you spend our money. Say, I get to WFP. You can't order WFP. That guarantee will be on.
How about COVID money?
That the COVID money. That the $30 million. He gave it to WFP.
I think I took my 75 pay at the airport. Anyway, I was going to add that, you know, Mr. Billy has the right to take anyone in the party to court as he sees fit. The court, that's what the court system is for. It is for us as citizens to utilize if we feel like somebody wronged us. So I don't know. I just think that he can stand strong as the leader of the party if he wants to have an arbitrator into issues going on in the party, someone to clarify dispute in the party. That's what the court system is for. So I wouldn't say I'm double daring him if he feels that his party has been wronged or someone in the party is misusing icon names or representation of the party. Let the court decide, you know, let the court decide. But I know one thing, I remember him coming on this show to say that he was glad that they moved the party at either the Lofa meeting or the Banga meeting to become more of a party of the rule of law than a party of the rule of man. That was one of the things that I took very much. I took clarity from what he had to say, that this party will now be ran by the National Executive Committee as opposed to one person. So if the executive committee found that, you know, they needed to change things, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. If the NEC saw that they needed to change certain things in the party, or someone was misrepresenting them in the party, then it's the right to go to court to make that decision. That's all I have to add to that. So I'm gonna come back to and let us remember that as we play the videotape of Brumskine talking about the people that left the party, I also want to be sure that we play the videotape of Brumskine talking about how he felt about Walker as well. I think it's only fair that we speaking.
That one is your business, you play your own.
Yeah, I just say that. I just think that it would be just informative thing for our audience to see all parts of.
Oh, bring your own.
Okay, all right.
I for your own. Then you find my own.
All right, we're coming. Okay, I'm gonna get back to you, Mr. Former CEO. You want to get a time to Fagon because
No, let me finish my time. You can't let to class you wait in line.
Okay,
Let me finish my time.
Fagon, go ahead, and then also
Yeah, come on, you go behind the line. Here is what it is. All that thing James was talking. James said you are doing propaganda for money. You not get paid. Because here are the facts in this issue. The fact that you talk about Delon 2011, I asked you what Brumskine said in 2011. You could not tell me. Brumskine didn't say a jing thing. In 2017, the party should have met to decide what they were going to do. Musato Kangwe, Ben, the vice presidential candidate Kangwe, Ben and himself, they jumped to CDC. Without even consulting their friend then whatsoever, they moved and joined CDC. The people got angry and they stormed the party headquarters. And Brumskine was speaking to them to forget it, to listen to him, because they said that those people should never come back to the party. They don't want to see them. And what Brumskine was saying, y'all leave them alone, let them go. That was in 2017, Jim. Why are you talking here? So when the man died, Steve Zago was already what? Who was the chairman of Liberty Party when Brumskine died? Then Benetton took the People Party, he, Harrison Conway, and Ben Sandy again on the Scene Network. Ben attended that program by Zoom. I was on this network, I know. He attended it by Zoom. And they took the People Party, they carried it to Nimba. Diamond, guess what they did there? They endorsed Kumis there. And Ben sat down on your network and again endorsed Kumis. 2 days ago, they carried the People Party back to Nimba again. The Basel People Party. They're not provoking people that the people own party, they're holding it for in front of them. But James now, you won't talk about that video. She's a psychiatrist. Let her look at Brumskine talking to the angry Liberty Party people at the Liberty Party headquarters in front of Catholic Hospital, at the Catholic Hospital Junction. And let her tell me whether that's somebody who happy. Even at the end, Brumskine said to that your son, Dr. Francine, Brumskine said, I thought I was raising Ben. I was training Ben.
About who?
Your son, Ben.
I got 4 daughters, 1 grandson.
I think Ben are the great-grand. Now, Brumskine said, I thought I was training Ben to be somebody good. You were here in the video. It's so short. If you hear Brumskine talking, you won't cry. But they don't never listen to Brumskine. They went and brought the 3 old spotters them back. And the same thing Brumskine was speaking against, that's exactly what Billete did again. So, good day, not running away. If you can play the video, the former CEO will play it. Dr. Francine will use some medical expertise. Play the video, let it bring for you with their own ear. Play it. Let you hear what happened. You mute up. What video as any man? Any man?
So you want him to play the video now?
Stand on and tell you about it, man.
I said which video you say?
Man, listen, I know only one person moderating. I will wait for my time to speak.
Yeah.
Okay, the video with Brumskine I was saying you. Brumskine video. Play
So
it.
you want to include that?
When the time comes, I will play it. I tell
By
you.
the time that my time now you eating
No,
inside.
I'll give
Your time
The
go.
video that 1 minute you will play my time.
And you spoke for more than 4 minutes.
Please put your also order on the show. I beg you.
Okay, let's elevate the platform.
Yes, let's elevate the platform. We're gonna elevate the platform to having order on the show right now. Former CEO, you laughing? Former CEO, you have 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, just call me Stanton, man. Lead the former CEO business. But it's good to see you, Dr. Richard saying.
I'm gonna call for that video. Let them play now for you talk.
Eugene Fagon, it's good to see you. Dama Slanger. Dama, somebody send me $50 for you and the guys. So you guys did extremely well. I will find the person's name. I was just looking for it. He cash app it to me, so we'll send it to you guys by way of send with. He said you guys did extremely well. He enjoyed the program, and he sent $50. So he appreciate you guys, and we say thank you. You did extremely well covering the UP program.
Well.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Once I find his name, I'm going to forward you his information that you can text him to appreciate him. I asked him, is it $50 for the network? He said, no, it's for Dama and the guys. So I said, thank you for being very glad. But want to say we are grateful to be here. You know, this is the People's Network. A lot of stuff is happening. I'm really not too concerned about the old video from Councilor Charles Walker Brumskine. But given the time, Minister Fagon will play his video. We have seen that video so many times. When Councilor Brumskine said that if they want to go, let them go, you know, and they left. The Musa Hassan Bedete, the Kawe, and Sambi. I do not want to be in the business to call my friends and associate name, but this is politics, to each his own, and I'm going to leave that a little bit for today. Let me do my intro like this. We have received information that
30 more seconds.
But you didn't put the time up, so we gotta be fair. I think Ava coming to put the clock up.
No, Ava not yet. Let roll.
We have received information which is very, very important for the nation to know. That Charlene Brumskine is under a lot of stress. I want to add this. She's under a lot. We just lost Diamond. I hope they can reconnect. I think that's the internet. Charlene is under extreme pressure, and that man, like, take this man off or you mute him, man. Don't be bringing this man and interrupting our sound, please. When I'm on the show, don't bring this guy on the show, okay? When I'm not on, you can bring Aziva. Let's try to connect with the network in Liberia. Diamond is working on it. Fagon, Dr. Richardson, Aziva, good day. Charlene is under extreme pressure. I want Liberians to hear me still. I'm pausing because Diamond is coming back on. And we are on the radio. Diamond, are we good? Are we back on air? Let me see what we get, Diamond. Internet. I know, but we're good now?
Yes, we are.
Thank you very much.
Good
I want Liberians to listen to this. And I want everybody that believe in this network. It's credible. We have pictures. There was a meeting held today at Councilor Charles Walker Brumskine home. The meeting was held between Musa Bedete, Mr. Cummings, Charlene Brumskine, and some other folks. I am giving you this information because it is true. I have photos to show. For the sensitivity of those pictures, I'm going to show you some of them, but not all of them. Maybe ANC people don't know what's happening. And I think we need to help them, some of them. Musa Bedete cannot say it's a lie. George Wisner would never say it's a lie, because those are folks that have some serious conversation. There's a reason why Charlene Brumskine is refusing not to join Mr. Cummings' ticket. As we go down the line, we'll let you guys know. There's a reason why Musa is saying to Charlene, if you do not join Mr. Cummings, you cannot run under the Liberty Party CPP ticket for District Number 3, Grand Bassa County. Folks, this thing is not forced. Before we start displaying the picture today, we just want to tell you that share, invite your friends. It is interesting. The rubber has met the road. And we should know why the chicken crossed the road. Why the chicken crossed the road, we should know. and we'll know in the next couple of minutes. Diamond, that was on Radio Monrovia, I think, during the wartime when they asked that question, why did the chicken cross the road? Even today, folks, today, they still begging Charlene Brumskine. James, can you put a picture up? Or my 2 minutes is over, right? This is just intro, right? Madam Moderator?
Yes.
Is this just intro?
Yes, it is. Just, 2 minutes is up.
We get a timekeeper, so I don't know whether we can trust him, but actually that's him we have, so
2 minutes.
It is why it is. My 2 minutes, folks. I'm going to give you guys the information because it is important for you guys to know. I'm sorry if Dr. Richardson and Asif Vai or E. Remy and Salamatu Fadika will come on the show and they will say it's not true. I know it is true. I have picture to show, and I can tell you for a fact Musa Bedite cannot deny it. There was a meeting held today at the late Councilor Charles Walker Brumskine home, 72nd, Painesville, if you guys know Liberia. At the late Councilor Charles Walker Brumskine home, I'm telling my ANC friends to reach out now to George Wisner, reach out to Musa Bedite and ask him, Mrs. Stanton say, because I was in the meeting by way of cell phone and pictures, and I'm telling you guys, it's a first-hand information, something you guys don't know. All right, Madam Moderator.
Thank you. I'm going to go to Isaac Vatopa to give his 2 minutes of intro. Mr. Topa.
Well, I got something straight. I thought when you're on the show, then Isaac will not appear. Isaac can only appear to substitute. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing now?
Salamatu is not here today. She asked Isaac to stand in for her.
I don't want peace.
I don't want peace. I want war. I like problems.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Now what is scared of me, my people? I want problems. I love problems.
I said I didn't know that you are such a force on this show.
I'm telling you, the people intimidated by me, but you know, I just still appreciate the fact that they respect freedom of speech and they embrace me. But that's part of it. But anyway, for my 2 minutes intro, I just want to say to all the mothers out there, happy belated Mother's Day to you, Francine. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day wherever you were. And I know Stanton did a wonderful thing for wifey. Eugene, I don't know whether he got even small juices before I was saying he did well. Hey, see, he denied everything.
Yeah.
Well, happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Thank you, Isaac.
You know, where we are in our political dispensation, there's a whole bunch of national issues that we are faced with. And one of those key issues we are faced with today is the divisive and negative identity politics that many are bringing, drawing that card to fool our people, talking about country Congo and Congo ticket and all those kind of negative things. Folks, where we are today, we are looking for a better Liberia. We should not be focusing on people's tribal orientation when everybody is indigenous to Liberia. People migrated from 1400.
I beg you, Isaac. You got something playing in the back, TV, radio, or something.
Okay, let me 1 second.
Yeah, guys, let's just watch the audio coming in. But the moderator, can you go to Fago now? Why did man go sell himself? Oh, yeah.
Well, he'll be back shortly. And then we'll go to.
He'll be back in 30 seconds. And horse not be.
No, he'll not be. He'll be back shortly. But as he was emphasizing, you know, that we should not engage. We Liberians, we should not engage in divisive politics. Okay, Isaac.
Is it better?
I hope it's still coming. I don't know. Is somebody watching that TV? My man, find an office space and go in.
No, I don't hear it. It's better. Go ahead.
But your hearing is different from mine with that.
That's true. You got a keen sense of hearing. You hear everything.
The mega rat hearing, rat ears.
But can we put a clock of the mega 30 second left? I go.
Okay. First I admit.
So Hey, look, the men were just trying to be antagonistic. Let's ignore Stanton for the benefit of the audience, so we can't have little noise going back and forth. Let's focus on substance.
Send the Liberty Party Koguski on the show, the Green Kogus for Liberty Party.
So from Stanton, it got to Fagon. So as I was saying, folks, we keep touching on this issue because where our country is now and the dispensation we have, I don't know whether that is the potential of Charlene being on the ticket that's scaring people because of so many, the multiplicity of attractive characteristics, features, you know, how should I don't even know the different adjectives or nouns to put to it. But this young lady is actually making the people tremble, okay? So they'll do everything they can. I mean, a whole post from Sam Jackson, or my friend, a renowned political prostitute telling the girl that she should not run. I mean, she should not be on the ticket, begging on her knees, trying to bring her father's name in. That's blasphemy. That's messing with a man's legacy. Nobody should be able to do that to anybody else. It should be Charlene's decision whether she wants to participate in this process or not. It shouldn't be the influencers out there who already supposedly have the ticket and want to influence us. Okay, we'll take the first one.
Thank you very much. You know, I wanted to add, and then we're going to go on to Fagon, and then we're going to go to.
Are we doing 2 minutes for you too, or no?
The moderator ain't got time. The moderator can go on forever.
Oh, seriously?
That's what you do.
It doesn't matter. I tend to be such a concise speaker anyway. So, you know, I was just going to mention that, you know, when you are selecting a running mate, you have to be very methodical about it, especially when it comes to Liberia, such a complex country. So if you hear news that, oh, Mr. Cummings and Busability were visiting Charlene and you have pictures, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. They have to have discussions. Yomia disclosed yesterday that they met in Bomi. They met at different places in order for Bokai to make his decision. And so to me, I think it is a great political time in Liberia where, you know, people can negotiate, they can share ideas, they can exchange ideas as to what, you know, their needs are in terms of the vision for Liberia. So yes, I would love to see the pictures that you have. That I don't think Charlene is a very astute young woman. She's a very strong woman. I don't think she's going to be, you know, muscled into taking a position that she doesn't want. And so, you know, I don't think she's under any kind of threat or duress. So, you know, I would love to see the pictures that you have, if you have any, to share with us. But yeah, and that's what I have to add.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Fagon, we're going to you.
Well, I find it comical. And for the first time now, I'm going to be serious, very serious, no smiling. I find it very comical that the ANC people will run behind one group of people for producing a VP pick. When it comes to them, they're different. They will run behind one group of people for not having integrity, but then when it comes to them, nobody should question them. They will run behind one group of people for not having a platform. When it comes to them, they're different. We need to leave this hypocrisy. You want to talk about Bokai, his health, his party, his people, who he will choose, how he choose the wrong person. But when it comes to your own people, nobody will talk about them. You're making a people scary. It's scary. Why y'all can talk about everybody? You call Jeremiah Kun a bait. You call him a pawn. You said nobody can choose. Baka can't find nobody. We come to Charlene, you say that blasphemy because now Kumi is that God now. Because the only thing you can apply blasphemy to that religion. You know? But I want to say this though. Charlene has a clear shot supported by everybody to start her political career as a representative for District 3. You are putting her under pressure. The same very people, Conway, Ben Sambi, and Belity, that he said, let them go. Let God be with them. He said, I thought Ben was somebody I was training to be a good man. Brumskine getting out after they betrayed him. He died before they brought him back. So Charlene saw the video today. Her father said, and I quote, if you love me, those were her words, Dr. Francine. That's why I said, listen to the video. If you love me, if you respect me.
I have known His Excellency, the Vice President, Joseph M. Boaka.
No. We got there, the people complain about the Supreme Court agree what they say, but okay, just stay one side, we'll correct it so the other people can go in front. Somebody else will bring violence. Yeah. I tell you, leave it. The thing that Harrison, Musa, and Ben did, you'll leave it. You'll leave it. You hear what I say? Yeah. Yes. And you believe in me. And you love me. Yeah. You say, you'll leave it. My people to choose something and not eat it. If we talk at those people there, they won't make us different. Then all the change we say we want them will lie. Yeah. And the one they not do, let them go with it. I pray God for them. Yeah. When some people send me picture, well, my little son, they call Ben, younger than my children. All you used to hear me say, Ben then are the future of Liberia. Yes. I thought I was training him to be somebody.
Amen. The old man. So the old man said, y'all leave it. The thing that I told, let them go with it. Let God be with them. So what we coming back for? Musa Berete won't go tell the old man daughter him. For what? He better move for in now. Y'all heard the old man. The old man named them. He said, Harrison, Conway, Musa Belete, and Ben Samvi. He called all three of them names. And he made specific reference. He said, if we go and join those people, then how are we different from them? What kind of change we say we want? But if y'all love me, if y'all respect me, he had his ear, y'all listen to me. Let them go.
We can't see that time there, so can you just... Yeah,
your time expired already. The 2 minutes expired.
Okay.
But no, Abba, you can't do that because we were playing the video. We were playing it. No, hold on 1 minute, Fagon. We were playing the video. You couldn't count it against him. So give me another minute.
How much time you want to get in?
Give me another minute because we play the video.
The ANC people, if you see corruption on the show, they carry the government.
It doesn't make a difference.
Okay, everybody listen to Brumskine. Brumskine named 3 persons. He said, Conway, Musa, and Ben. He said, the thing that people did, y'all let them go. Let God go with them. If y'all respect me, if y'all love me, he had his ear. Y'all listen to me. Let them go. Let God be with them. He said, I thought Ben was my son. I thought I was training him to be a good person. What that means? You stole the old man party. You carry it to CDC. You're left. Then you're talking after he died. Carry it to Nima again. Then we're right on the show. And carry it to Kumis. Then you tell the old man party. And carry in Buchanan day before yesterday. And make Kumis the political leader. Expelling the person he left in charge. Then you go to his daughter's house. In fact, who tell the people to allow those people in the old man's house?
Okay, time. Thank you very much, Mr.
I know you said time.
Okay,
you have a card in there.
I was gonna go on to Stanton. Stanton, it's your turn.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Let me appreciate the men that serve in the Liberia Army, Conor Gray. Thank you for coming in. Our brother, Al Hassan Wafadika, we want to say thanks. Folks, this thing is very hard. So we got to appreciate one another whenever we show face. Because after this, they're always insulting us and others always celebrating us. Because of you in Radio Land, thousands of you, we sacrifice every day. And we will not stop. We will not. To urge his human to forgive is divine. We do make mistakes sometimes, but we here to give you nothing but the truth. I like to come from the corner. A great celebration yesterday by Senator Yombly Kanga Lawrence. I was surprised. I was surprised that Senator Yombly dropped her own personal greed, egos, I say what you call it anyway. Go to your English teacher, find out adjective for it. But she dropped everything and said, for sake of country. She dropped everything. Listen, she got 9 years. But she said, I'm going to support Joseph Yema Boakai. Mandela Cooper was present. Abraham Darius DeLon, he was there as well. The only absent person was Steve Zyko because he's on an ECOWAS mission. These people saying that because the Liberian people spoke and they are speaking, they will support Joseph Yema Boakai. Amen. Folks, I want every one of you to appreciate Yombly and her team. I want every one of you to appreciate Senator Yombly Kanga Lawrence and her team. I know, we beat on her, but she made an executive wise decision. Again, something coming from Isaac Vi. Can we mute, please? She made an executive wise decision because Liberia needs to be redeemed. I heard someone saying, but what's in it for Yombly and Delon and all of them? She already got her 9 years. I can say to you, Steve Zyko, you're going to be in Lofa County running. I can say to you, Jonathan Kape, the internet giving us hard time in Liberia. Jonathan Kape probably going to be running as an independent. I can say to you, every one of them, they respect Yombly. But let me say this though, when it comes to Charlene Brumskine, because of the respect of Charlene Brumskine, District number 3, Grand Bassa. Fadika, do you know that up to now, UP don't have anybody in that running for that seat? Up to now, the seat is still waiting for Charlene Brumskine. Up to now, Yombly is waiting to talk to Charlene Brumskine because Yombly is saying, your father brought me to this level and I'm grateful. And because of your father, Councilor Charles Walker Brumskine, they don't say we will walk from Morovia to Grand Bassa.
2 minutes. 2 minutes is done, sir.
No, are you saying that thing?
I am saying it.
Hey, man.
You actually went for like 4 minutes. I gave you 2 minutes free.
Fuck off. ANC people shouldn't waste our time. No,
okay.
no.
I told you about ANC people.
No. You see, they knew exactly where I was going with the last line.
You can come later.
Who make you a permanent panelist on the show? Tell us to come later.
Let me give the opportunity to Remy Gray.
Everybody gets.
Y'all have your show. I'm leaving. Everybody gets.
You can go.
You play a ball to the football field and play, and just because you score goal, you get selected.
No, I'm leaving. Yeah, I'll take my ball and go home.
No. He's taking the ball. He just taking his set. Let him go the ball.
Yeah, I'll leave out with the ball. I'll leave out with
Yeah,
the ball.
that's not a minute one. In fact, that eliminate the time. I passed the motion.
No,
you're taking my show time, please.
Thank you.
No, but it's not right because they knew exactly where I was going. I'm about to nail the Charlene issue now.
Later, we'll come back to you.
Later, I will close it. You open it, I will close it. Don't worry. That's my brothers and sisters. I will close it.
How about the attorney? And then we'll go to Remy Gray, and then we'll go to Fadika. How about please go?
Thank you. It's so.
I said Vanna coming on the show tomorrow. But no, I said Vanna coming on the show tomorrow. Seriously.
I said, right, that much about. I said, you powerful.
You know how many people text me? You know how many people text me the back and say, "What status scale?"
I hope you know. I said, "If I took my time, running you."
I depend on y'all. Say I want to keep our time, so y'all keep the time.
Yeah, keep the time.
You keep the time. You keep the time.
Show me your camera trick.
You do your thing, man. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Do your thing.
Exactly. But Stanton, seriously, that's why I admire about you. You know, you believe in
your time running.
Running. Look at it, 150. I don't have a problem. No, I can speak succinctly, Eugene. I don't need extra time to explain. But it's just amazing that Stanton is here trying to edify, Yombly as this great patriot. Why are you wasting our time here? Let Yombly sit down in the corner and maybe try to take her Senate Pro Tem position if we approve it when we win. The bottom line is Charlene is an independent person. She's not a law professor. She's not a counselor to be a stooge. Charlene has a strong natural personality. If she wanted to say no to whoever making overtures to her for the vice presidency, she would say so. She's not shy. She's outspoken. She's articulate. But the fear that young lady has put into all these, supposedly, boycott supporters is amazing. Especially for someone like Eugene, who was tearing down boycott just a few years ago. To be so on the train now that he even won't be the conductor of the train when he got no qualification to be the conductor. But they treat him like Heron Costa now, he'll be crying all over the place here and be vexed. Okay, so let's focus on the issues. Let's stop this glorification right now and just focus on the issues facing our country. If you want to talk about the ticket, fine, y'all can feel free to talk about the ticket. But to try to be edifying and what's her name? Yombly, when she has no relevance in this process right now, I just think it's a waste of our time because look, we got many issues. See, I know you on your list of items. You got some serious national issues right now. So we can't focus on the individual player. Right now, Yombly is a big player. She's not a significant player anymore. So let's face the fact. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Colonel Remy Gray, and then we'll go to Fadiga.
Well, good day, sir, for coming late. Mondays are very, very, very busy for me, and so, but I mean, I was monitoring partially the show, and it seems as though we're trying to, we're trying to sort of eulogize the decision made by Yombly, and there has been this misconstruction about what happened with Yombly when the ANC seemingly was pursuing her, or the CPP was pursuing her to be vice standard bearer. Some folks have even said that they were giving her back the party, the Liberty Party. In negotiation, sometimes you have to be able to know exactly what's in there for you. What was in there for Yombly, had she accepted our position, was probably the possibility of regaining her stature within the Liberty Party. She fought, she gave that up just because she went by the noise in the market. And I can tell you, when people don't have this mind of independence to be able to stand on their own legs and make decisions, they are dissuaded. And I see her as that individual who does not have this this fortitude to be able to say, this is about me. This is about me and my future. If you want to forego that, in case this is not about the Republic of Liberia, this is about benefiting a man that should have retired. Matter of fact, that has retired from the scene 10 years ago. That individual is who she's trying to please, not the Republic. The Republic, in this sense, would have been that let us build our democracy in ways that will benefit, leave a legacy for our younger people. You finished? I'll let it go. Go ahead.
My time's tired. Don't put that clock on.
Francine, on mute, so your time has not started.
Okay, funny guy.
Yeah, so I'm sorry for coming late, but now that we got the ANC folks people with the time, we got to be very quick and to the point. I have a few things to say. I would dedicate my 2 minutes straight first to AB Darius Jadon Nyombidi. You guys, my Western brother. For some of you that do not know, AB Darius Jadon and myself go way back. Nyombidi, we go way back. This is a family friend. We know each other. Both families know each other. So she's like an older sister. She's friends with one of my older sisters. So I want to say you did the most nationalistic thing anybody I've seen. And I want to say kudos because the people have the time. I'll just say thank you. To Charlene Brumskine, I wrote you a letter, and I'm going to tell you this. If you ever consider going as a running mate to Mr. Cummings, I say reconsider any decision you have made to become a vice president pick. I want you to do this, not for me. This is just one Western guy speaking to another Western man. Focus on your campaign for the House of Representatives. This will not only enhance your political stock nationally, but you will also strengthen your influence in Grand Bassa County. It will be unwise. I say this. It will be unwise to jeopardize your promising political future by aligning yourself with Cummings' unsuccessful, it is becoming apparent, aspiration. I repeat, do not align your political future with Mr. Cummings. Look, you are not the first choice. You are not the second choice. Do not be the last choice. Stick to your gun. I know you want to take bullet for the team, but this is not time. That will not make you unpatriotic. Follow your heart. Do not be the sacrificial lamb. I submit.
Thank you.
Good job, Hassan.
Yes, thank you. And we're going to go around again, our second round of thoughts. I will just share mine. I find it a little bit disturbing for, men on this platform to come and want to tell Charlene Brumskine, an astute, strong woman, what to do, what kind of decision she would make if she should be asked to be the running mate to Mr. Cummings. This woman is an astute woman. She is a law school professor. She's worked in, helping Liberia put anti-human trafficking bill together. She served as a consultant, a legal consultant to the Liberian government. And so I don't understand how would someone come and infantile a woman to say that she can't make the right decision for herself. I personally believe that if Charlene should agree to be Mr. Cummings' running mate, she's going to be a heck of a lot of a running mate. She's going to serve as a patriotic person. Someone said here she has the representative slot wrapped on a wrap that she's most likely will win that representative slot. Here it is. She's giving away something to be more patriotic versus having a 9-year position already. She doesn't, we know that there are people who are running in this race that already have their senatorial position in place. So Charlene represents women that makes up at least 50% of the population of Liberia. She represents young people in the country, and she represents a vision that will bring change, a vision that is different from the Buckeye Coon team, we see that the Buckeye Cone team were a part of the people who even brought us the 66 bogus concession agreement. Okay, 66 bogus concession agreement. They were part of that team. Yeah, we're going to have a new team that will bring a timeline of how they're going to accomplish working to make Liberia a more deserving place. Thank you.
The moderator on mute.
I was going to say, let's go to Mr. Fagon.
Well, thank you.
And then
I find it strange that women would sit on this platform and tell Joe Buckeye to go as running mate to Kumis. I find it strange that women will sit on this platform and tell us that Joe Buckeye is the old man, he should step aside for Kumis. I find it strange that women will sit on this platform and even engage in politics to tell a party that they can do this, they can't do that. Dr. Francine, we can't play the women card on the platform. So long you enter politics, it's a game. We are all equal. No women, no men. It's for power. To Charlene, you had your father. Your father was very clear. He named 3 individuals. And he said, let them go. Let God be with them. If you want to follow them, Charlene, you are more than welcome. Go behind them. I don't have a problem with it. Go behind them. You will know whether your father is alive or dead. Because to some of us, he's still alive. His legacy remains. His dreams are in full swing. He named all 3 of them. And so for them to go to your house today and sit down in your yard to meet with you, the very people that your father said, if you love me, he held her 2 ears like this. He said, listen to me. Let them go. Charlene Brumskine, nobody is afraid of you from the Unity Party camp. Make no mistake. People only care about you and what you will achieve. People know that if you go on that ticket, you will lose. They know that. They know that nobody cared for you and nobody had time for you. They are only wanting to use you so that in case they don't even succeed, they can call you a bait, a pawn, or a distractionary tactic. You're not different from the others. So I'm going to say to the ANC people in my closing, ANC, you have proven the worst ineffective leadership ever in our country's history. You had no plans for your party, for a stand-up bearer. Over 6 years, you were taught to be the richest party. You got no radio station, no TV station, no program, no plans. You got nothing. And because you are looking for it this last minute.
Thank you very much. Time out.
Not funny.
Thank you. I think I'm obligated, and I will just take a second to respond to you because you call my name and this sentence is going to come through. You know,
but how are we going to do this thing? I tell you, so wait for your time.
Actually, I think we have a practice here. When somebody's name is called, you respond to that person.
I want to continue what you said.
Well, yes, I will tell you. I believe that anyone who listens to us often on this platform will agree that I don't come to run no propaganda as to who Mr. Buckeye should run with, who he shouldn't run with. In fact, I was one of the few persons that have said, let them choose who they want to choose. I'm not going to make it easy for Liberian people to say that we're going to put a Buckeyes Cummings team together. I'm always for the facts here. I'm not here to run propaganda as to who will win, who will not win. I'm here to make Liberian people very informed about the decisions that are.
But when you said, I find it strange that men will sit on this platform.
Yes, it's very strange.
Infantile.
Yes.
Making her like a small girl or so.
Correct. That's exactly what I said.
Instead of saying women will sit.
I said what I said.
I find it strange that women will sit here and decide or even make statements about other people's party. We are all equal here. It's politics.
Yes, but the fact is, when you try to tell a woman what she should be doing,
but then why should you, the woman, tell us what we should be doing?
I'm not telling you. I have never. That's the point I'm trying to make to you, and you're not getting it.
Oh, I was start marking your score from today. So you say one thing I'm marking.
Oh, but yeah, you think what I'm doing? Yeah, writing your own too, Fagon.
I get plenty where you say, well, man shouldn't do that, man shouldn't do that, and we're gonna listen to you.
Yes, okay. Like Mr. Fagon, often you have said, or somebody has said, this is not church. I got that very well.
I'm marking one against you because you're talking to a man now.
So we'll be quiet now. You go back and forth.
Mr. Stanton, please go ahead, Mr. Well, this is your turn.
Thank you very much, man. And sometimes you still want to talk, madam?
No, I tell you, I should just get his taco.
Oh, so your own you do, I say get cracked.
I said, who want that town? Me let that town. Who want that town?
All right, my time finish. My 2 minutes finish. Y'all can talk. Go to the next person.
No, I'm taking it. I don't want.
No, little.
Falcon said you are owing people here too. You already gave my own. You are owing me car late. So I sort of get 4 minutes. You are owing. Owing a bit.
Extracurricular activities. That's why he's doing that.
I want to talk, but it's like, yeah, I want to speak, but it looked like today's show, pa, you're trying to hijack it. This thing we always talk about. Anybody that deal with Musa ability, they are on the wrong side. And what you guys are doing is terrible. You're trying to hijack Spoon Talk. Spoon Talk was built for the Liberian people.
Thank you, Papa.
Spoon Talk is not the network. It's not ANC network. It's not CPP network. Not Unity Party network. That's the reason why we stand strong to say no to Simon Tour money. That's the reason why we remain strong to say no to any political party trying to hijack our show. That's the reason why Asif Vai would not be a regular panelist on the show. He want to hijack the show. We know his game.
He put your time to 1 minute.
He put my time to 1 minute. I ain't even start yet.
Yeah, man. In 1 minute, 26 seconds.
Let's have this talking point, my people. I'm begging you, Asif, please give me 2 more minutes because I will be leaving for here shortly. Let's have this talking point. It's not, listen, Charlene Brumskine can go anywhere. It's up to her. But if she can go back to her father, and her father say, hear me and hear me well, Charlene is having a sleepless night, my people. Charlene is having a sleepless night. You went with Joseph Yiman Bwaka to all the 8 churches. Fire Fadika in Grand Bassa. Everywhere when the old man put folk, Charlene was right there. The old man went to the Baptist church. Charlene was standing right there.
Yes.
He looked at the people and he said, this is my niece.
Yes.
Serve her well.
Yes.
He went to the Methodist church. Charlene was right there.
Yes.
He looked at the congregation and he said, my people, the Bible said, touch not by nothing and do my prophet no harm.
Yes, sir.
This girl is a Brumskine. I want you guys to support her.
Yes,
he went to the Pentecostal church and all the women that were saying, I put Jusutro. He said, my people. Okay, now you're basically let me do my thing. Stop my time over, man. Stop my time over. Don't do that, cha-cha. And at the end of the day, they sat down with Charlene Brumskine. Joseph Yiman Bwaka sat down with Charlene Brumskine, gave her words of wisdom. Sister Charlene is having a sleepless night. I can tell you today, this morning, after she told them no in Ganta, they said with Sweet Talk 8, we were taken to Buchanan to do the endorsement. Guess what happened? This morning, the Prophet King can say 7G. Capture this car. You know who car it is. I'm not going to tell you. This is the compound of Councilor Charles Walker Brumskine.
Yeah.
And I dare Musa ability. No. With the power vested in me, I used myself 2 more minutes. I got to end the story. Now when I wish into the juicy part of the story, Liberian people, you see how they get I wish into the juicy part of the story, they won't interrupt me. Turn that thing off. The people gotta hear the story.
Yes. Preach.
Yeah, don't do that thing. I claim all right. I will talk about the car. Tabatani. Don't do that thing to us.
And
I will say this. If anybody know Councilor Brumskine, yeah, and I'm saying that right now, they begin to make phone calls. They say, how Stanton get to know? Yo, have me talking to somebody right now on the phone. This is how Stanton got to know. This morning, after she has said no so many times, they still went knocking her door. Y'all look at the car, let's play. I refuse to show the plate. But y'all tell me if not Councilor Charles Walker Brumskine Hall, and who car is that? They keep it up for a minute. Who car is there? Is that some Musa Belete car? One of them, y'all decide now, we won't go.
Where you go doing the people you say?
Mr. Cummings, Musa Hassan Belete, and some other people I can't call their name, on the way to that meeting, somebody from the government, my man, Jowea people, I will tell you, the people tired with Jowea, I will come back to that story. Liberian people, just listen to me. They can give me a little time. The people so tired with Jowea, they begin to be a spy on Jowea. A minister from the government told Charlene Brumskine, the people coming to see you though, don't agree. A minister from George Minor Weah government, data President George Weah government, told Charlene, Musa Belete and people call me, say coming to see you. Don't agree. Can anybody ask Musa Belete, did he receive a phone call from Madame Salif? You know she's not in the country now. I'm here. But when they say you got the biggest network in the country, believe it, it's true. My people, I love my dear brother and friend Musa Belete. I would never denigrate him, Fadika. But Musa Hassan Belete is trying to find a way out. I will say this to you because I know Musa Hassan Belete is trying to find a way out. And the easy way out, he must open a communication with Unity Party. They went for the meeting. When they went for the meeting, I'm trying to edit this picture because it will reveal something that we don't want to reveal. They begged Charlene Brumskine.
So we're going to have 4 minutes each, right?
Yes. You have 100 minutes. After this, I'm leaving the show, my people. Let me do my closing here and there. Because I'm in the office, I have to leave. But I will tell the Liberian people the truth. They say, we'll pay your expense if I go. Forget the district number 3 seat, we'll pay your expenses. How much? People begin to work money. Somebody said 2 million, somebody said 3 million. Commies will pay. Don't do this to commies. Commies will take care of it. Fadiga, they're offering her money. They're offering her the seat. They're offering her 1 year expense at her law firm. They're offering it to her. You know we got a deadline, May 27th. We're backing you. Can you please? I don't know why Asif Vasti unmuting himself. We get no feedback from you, my brother. So I don't want to go too far because I'm seeing all the bad look now and all the phone calls. I wish we were to go back to Fagon, let he end the story, but we're going back again. Who coming next? Alpha Dika or ANC person?
No, it's actually Asif Atopa comes next.
Why you told the power where the minister told the say they're working for Jowea?
My man, the thing I say
incredible information for that.
The thing I'm saying because Dr. Richardson don't want to give us the time to say this, so we'll pause and do it chair. Include when they say chair, they say small. But today we'll tell the truth. Charlene is having a sleepless night. She's not sleeping at all. The pressure, the tension, because that 3 million is on the table. They say we will take care of you. We'll do X, Y, and Z. And at the end of the day, my Liberian people, this is just not right. Leave the woman alone. She said no, it's no. When a woman said no, Fagon, it's no. If you pressure her, then we got to call the law. No mean no. Y'all leave her alone, my people. She tired. Haven't you heard? No mean no.
No mean no. To now call police. If they
No
call
mean
now,
no.
call police.
You're waiting to her father, yeah. You're begging her relative. You're begging her. But she's still saying no to you guys. I want to run for district number 3. I cannot do this to old man Joe. He took me to 8 churches. He spoke for me. The people are willing to make peace.
Yeah.
I rest my case to the moderator.
I will call Patrick
Sule
to go by in a yard.
Thank you very much. As if I took by your turn, please, and then we're going to Remy Gray and then Fadiga, and then back to
coming to 4 minutes check.
But you said that 4 minutes, so you're watching time.
2 minutes. The man got 2 minutes.
Even if I tell us, I can make the point because look, I have never seen you guys on edge like this so much for this young lady. I mean, Charlene Brumskine, you are my hero and heroine, both combined. Happy belated Mother's Day to you because I know it was a special day. Unlike people here saying you're having sleepless nights, I know you are enjoying yourself right now. You are the center of attention for an entire nation. Don't take it for a joke. Relish it, revel in it.
All right, as a man, you know very well that you're not saying that with your whole heart, but you still supporting CDC.
That person got me.
Stop that thing, man. You still supporting CDC. Don't get to that now.
Distraction. Distraction. Jack, keep on.
I can go ahead.
Yeah,
because I don't have a fear of you guys interrupting me because if you give me the minute to talk, I will still be able to communicate with the people out there and they understand where I'm coming from. There is no way you can suppress a rising star. They could not do it to Obama. I don't care how the political establishment tried, they couldn't do it to Obama. They will not do it to Charlene Brumskine. And you see, everybody knows I wanted Tewon Gonglo to go with Mr. Cummings before because I felt there was a lot of complementing things there between them. They were aligned on integrity, on really cutting down fraud and abuse. But there's greater alignment with Charlene Brumskine. Do you know how many young people reach out to me, boys and young men and young women, to applaud the fact that Charlene was being considered and we shouldn't act. Look at State of calling me to interrupt me.
The man got phone call coming in. You're calling me
out. That guy is a terrorist. I can't. Somebody there text me. All you do is to throw me off, but you can't throw me off because the topic is Charlene Brumskine and what she brings to the table. Okay, this is a young person who has lived already an exemplary life that other young people can follow and see as an example. She encourages young women. There have been young women that she's interacted with, even superficially, but her impact on them was significant. They just admire the way she carries herself and would love to be like her. The position she takes, how strong her argument is without having to cuss anybody, without having to, just like scream or something. She's just purposeful. And that's what people are seeing. I didn't know her like that. I know her personally. We do engage and stuff like that. But that dimension of her that people are revealing to me is very interesting. So, look, I would love for Charlene to be on the ticket. I don't know what Mr. Cummings has decided. I really do not know. But it will be really beautiful. And we'll fight for that ticket. These travelers that are out here, that will be trying to say Congo ticket, we talk about Liberia today.
I mean, who you calling travelers?
The people who talk about country Congo. Who is of a minority group that is discriminated against, who is not even Liberian. For him to be voicing that kind of divisive and negative rhetoric is embarrassing. Seriously. I will ask him, man, the day I meet him, man, I will ask him, man, so I can flog him.
Don't leave our conversation about your time on back.
Okay, let's go to Remy Gray.
I don't want to give up my time. We'll come back again. I will say the scene and move.
Remy Gray?
Madam, once you go back and play what Councillor Brumskine said about Omer Boakai,
yes,
it says it all. It says it all.
You want us to play it now, or you want us to wait till you speak?
And then, in addition to that, you also have, you can play it at the end of this cast. But let me say this: you want to talk about Councillor Brumskine's struggle with Yumble Kanga and Darius Dillon? Go back and see what happened in Lofa. They almost, they almost drove that guy crazy. May he so rest in peace. There was this time when Councillor Brumskine needed those two individuals the most. They left him, they abandoned him, and joined Madame Sirleaf. The infamous Darius Dillon sitting behind Madame Sirleaf at the United Nations was at the peak of Mr. Brumskine's leadership in the Liberty Party. He managed that party. And I tell you what, people did not see this coming, that Charlene was going to be this star that most people would admire, even more so than Yumley. When people have charisma, it's very, very difficult for you to sweep them under the rug. And all this is all about, we're making noise about fanning or fleecing the political ambition of a man that should have retired, quit the scene, passed the generation gavel to a younger Charlene, still trying to come on his dying bed, one would say, or on his sick bed. The thing about us, we should know when to quit. And if people are there bullying Charlene or bullying this person when they want to make their own future decision, these are younger people that society looks up to. And you continue to bully them that they should not make their own decision, because a man that should have quit the scene many, many, many years ago, you're still fleecing them. And it's unfair. How are we going to perfect our democracy? If we begin to bring retired people who have left the scene, back on the scene, we're not going to be able to perfect our democracy. We're not setting a clear example for youngsters who want to come up. Looking at some of the people like Charlene Brumskine to make you're talking about a representative. Do you know the premium that will be on Charlene if she ever takes this position? It's going to just inflate her up to the level that a male representative will never put her. And first thing, Joe Bucker has not won this election. There's still a competition. They could lose. The CDC or CPP could win the election. Let's not make it like Joe Bucker has already won election, so therefore others who look up, who want others to forego their own political future, like they have won already. They have not won. That ticket is scarred and stained. A warlord is who control that particular ticket. And like people are going to look at it that way. The international community will continue to look at it.
Time no more.
The international community is
over 6 minutes.
So you stop spoiling.
Yo, make sure you're giving my own
time.
Yeah, the man told us 6 minutes.
No, 4 minutes. I thought you were keeping the time.
6 minutes, 21 seconds. That's what he spoke
for. I didn't. No, 3 minutes, 22 seconds.
Okay.
No, you didn't, man.
I have it right there.
I didn't know I'm American lie about. You didn't, man.
We're on an international station, man.
Okay, just take 30 seconds to wrap up, man.
I mean, you actually denigrating bringing the premium of this show, man. Let's
move on. You don't talk plenty, but you talk plenty. You going to the old man or things to the old man.
We have to, because yeah. We have to, because the thing about this, we continue to go after people who have their own political ambition, bully them now to foster their own. When would Charlene start making her own decision? For an 80-year-old man? Come on, man. It's unfair.
Play the video now that you are talking about.
We cannot play the video. Fadiga got to talk. That video said we can't even find that video. We can't even find that video that Remy sent. We know where it is.
6 minutes, 30 seconds. Let me say this. I've heard all the look. The question about Charlene's qualification nobody have questioned her qualification. Nobody have questioned her readiness. That is not what we are saying. When I see Charlene, probably she haven't seen it, and I'm very sincere. It's not that when she go with comments, they're going to stop whatever wave that is blowing in Ambassador Boyka's favor. It's not going to do it. What some of us are doing, especially some of us that come from the same country as her, is for her to understand that her political future is at stake. That's why we want you to understand. So when we talk about it, look, when I see Charlene, I see an incarnation of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I see something about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf read through this.
I beg you, stop.
And when hold on, no, you describe me. When I see her sitting right where Ellen sat ages ago, and I see where she is heading. I see she's very likable. I even proposed that those people take her, but nobody really took her seriously from the beginning.
I beg you, Fadiga. Fadiga, I have to say this. Sorry, I beg you. I know you still get 1 minute 5 seconds to go.
No, I get 1 minute 5 seconds. Who's that looking at that time?
Okay, but Fadiga, really quick. When you talk about Ma Ellen, maybe I don't know what you're hearing, Joe, but Liberians need to hear this. Ma Ellen also speaking to Charlene Brumskine to go with Mr. Cummings. I want you to continue from that side.
Yeah, but I want to. The reason why I'm measuring Ellen, I'm thinking on the amount of power and influence that Ellen will in our political dispensation.
Yep.
I'm not saying that she should listen to Ellen, but where Ellen was 6 years ago, where she has been, I see Charlene Brumskine becoming the next Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in Liberia. And I say that with all honesty, do not throw your political future away for Cummings from what is becoming a parent failed aspiration. Do not do it. Look, why roll the dice? Why gamble when you have a sure thing? My man, even finish here, don't even turn it. So there isn't any way for she shouldn't do it. And the reason I'm saying it, you cannot be the last option. I have been reliably informed for some well-placed source that Charlene Brumskine has been bombarded in the last 24 hours with this whole presidency because she's the just in case. She was never first, second, third choice. Why run and lose? My thing here is build your political future nationally and with the Basodium, be the best representative. Move on to senator. And you know, look, 2020, there will be a lot of surprises 2029 and beyond. You could be that person. Do not throw it away. What if you lose? Apparently, the wind of change is moving one direction. Our voters are very predictable. They're not going to tell the one Jason Sonny. Seldom do we have surprises in our election. If we see it, the temperament of our people, that wind, once it starts blowing in that direction, you know where it will end. We already know where this is going to end. When election, if election was to be held today, we all know the two most likely people that will come on top. 20 years from now, if the same situation presents itself, it will be the same. So do not throw it away. Let them find somebody else. Western guy, from what I heard, Western guy refused. He said, I got my own baggage. So if they can go on for Western guy, and let me close this with this travel because as they call, say, oh, I appreciate the travel card. Cummings got endorsed by the Grebo people. People going to Nima. Our country is very trouble. People go after people based on something. So how do you say? Is that tribalism? When people go on to George, we are going after the cool people. It's an open secret. We all know it. You know, when people say Kui people, Bassop in Kui. In Bassop, it means civilized. The civilized people. I'm a Kui. We all of you here are Kui. So when I say Kui people, oh, you preaching the trial story. Why people get so edgy and sensitive when we say this? Whether you like it or not, it just look bad when you have a Brumskine and a Cummings on the same ticket. You may not want to hear it, but it doesn't look well. I don't even want Charlie to play in that field because it's going to go against her. At the end of this, she's going to lose. That stigma going to be on her.
I mean, you're talking for 10 minutes now.
No, I will leave it at that because as they figure it.
Actually, let me say this. Dr. Richardson, I beg you. I know you're going back to your
Charlie, I like you. I love you like a sister.
Yeah, but let me say this real quick. I do believe that. I thought you said you were leaving. Yeah, I will be leaving shortly. I do believe that Dr. Richardson, whether Charlene, Brumskine, Mr. Cummings, I don't think they need that. Those names should be a problem. You know, let me be very clear on the show tonight. It's okay when you have the Brumskine and the Cummings. I don't care about the name. Once it is allowed by the Liberian Constitution. But I think folks that pressurizing Charlene Brumskine, people that pushing her, people like Remy Gray that saying it's okay. people that ask if October are still supporting this government and will probably move towards CDC in the second round. And, you know, it's something about that we got to just call spade a spade. Tell the people, give the young woman a chance to establish herself in district number 3. She got the blessing from Unity Party, but Musa Ability telling her, and Fagon, this is serious. If you refuse this offer, it's like the Godfather here in America. Give her an offer that she will not refuse. Because you know when you refuse the Godfather offer, it's either death or something happening to your children.
I'll tell you,
So
I'm making
they are giving, but it's good to build your
I'll tell you,
own
I'm
network.
making one point, man.
So they are giving the offer to Charlene Brumskine that if she refuses, guess what happened, my fellow Liberians? She cannot run under the CPP ticket. She
But Yambly
cannot
were
run
fighting
under
already.
Liberty Party ticket. She
They were
cannot.
fighting
Because
already.
if she refuses, that's the problem. This lady
Remy,
is
don't
having
interrupt the man. Let him
sleepless.
talk whole day.
Thank you. Because I'm about to go. I beg you, I'm about to go. I will leave it over with Fagon. This lady is having a sleepless
Now,
night.
Fagon, you leave it away.
No,
I
but
think
because
they want in Minnesota.
oh, they get Fagon in Minnesota?
You don't know. They call him Jesse Fagon and he will leave it away.
Oh, okay. But it's kind of Liberians though. What we are seeing this morning, they went to the house. I will repeat myself. I'm begging this individual to show the picture, and it's saying I shouldn't. They're begging me because of the sensitivity of the picture. They don't want me to show it.
Show it.
My man,
Show
you know why? Let me tell you something. The picture was taken, right? But there's a glass, right? And the person that was taking the picture, the person is in the picture because of the reflection from the mirror. So I said, my man, you want to do that to your sister? You don't know how to do the thing. You go take the picture of the day and you show it yourself. I'm not pointing you about ANC people will kill that person, man. I can't do it. So because outside, listen, folks, I'm very serious because
but listen now, can I come in 1 second?
I'm not moderating with that.
ANC people will not have a problem. What ANC people have a problem with is the lies that you concocting around the meeting. You have no idea what transpired in that discussion.
So you just, I understand now, Liberians, you see sometimes they think they say you go to school, a problem. You just confirming that there was a meeting.
Okay.
And thank you for confirming that. No, Dr. Richardson, you will not say okay. You will not say okay on the show today.
I got no problem. People have the right to associate and meet. They can meet 50 million times a day.
No. My fellow Liberians. No, you will not talk to Richardson. You will not talk to me.
Meeting with Charlene now until she say yes.
My fellow Liberians. October just confirmed what I said. There was a meeting today at the Lake Councilor Charles Walker Brumskine home. There was a meeting. Now you want to tell me you that didn't know about the meeting, you had to leave the show?
I have no idea about meeting. I have no idea.
What I know.
I have no idea about the meeting. There's nothing wrong with meeting. What is wrong with meeting?
Don't change it. There was a meeting.
Do you know what they call debrief? Do you know what they call debrief?
You want to tell me? No, I don't know what they call debrief. That you know
exactly.
So when people come, do you know what they call debrief?
When people come for a serious meeting,
you will not push me.
Connect again to the.
Are you guys using her upon too?
And one thing I will tell you, as a VA,
I don't know.
As a VA, you will not push me for me to reveal what I don't want to reveal.
My man, there's no proof.
If I reveal, I agree. I will leave it like that. I'm not your pawn. Yeah, go ahead, man. Dr. Richardson. Why are you always bringing this guy on the show?
I want to agree with all of you guys here today that nobody's questioning.
Don't agree with Fadiga. Don't agree with Fadiga.
I want to agree with that. Nobody is questioning Charlene's readiness. She is.
Thank you.
She is ready to leave the country. So I want to agree with that. I want to agree that she will make an excellent partner, running mate to Mr. Cummings. We are looking at people with great personality.
I hope people read that book. Had animal known, right? That book was our classic book. It's important for people to understand that Dr. Richardson, Ava Togba, and Raymond Gray, They have not been informed. Information that we got, we have to share with them.
That's
It's
good.
important for the people to know.
Yes,
we have to share with them. How can you sit on Spoon Talk, you don't know these things, and you represent the ANC, and you represent the CPP, and you want to argue with me that right now, I will say to the Liberian people that Musa Hassan Berete is backing Unity Party, not to send a candidate in district in Nimba.
The people don't believe you.
That you the people.
James,
You the people.
Could you please show James? Could you please show the video?
Before you show that thing,
to show the
do you know that United Party has a candidate in Basel in the district?
No, you are wrong. You are wrong. You don't know. You don't know the negotiation.
Who is Julia Bono?
Tell you, and you will not make me to tell you that negotiation.
Who is Julia? My man,
because
I don't know information for you because of course.
You see the last time. Let me deal with Isaac Vile a little bit. The last time Isaac Vile was texting me and begging me, can you send me the information? I'm not sending you no information no more, Isaac. You are undercover. You are agent number 5. Yeah, man. The man texting me. Can you send me the information?
Why you like to be information broker?
It's amazing that James does not want to play the video.
Thank you. Play which video?
I sent him a video that he said that is ready to be played.
Which one now? Tell me, I can bring it up. Maybe he's not hearing you.
It's the video with.
They want she talk to the United Party headquarters after they hear the GB.
Is that it? Right.
It is actually a video where Councillor Brumskine is speaking about tribalism in Liberia.
Okay. You got a video, man. Stand on. I followed that in the video.
I say, you sent me nothing, my baby.
I did.
I got your number. I didn't receive it.
I believe that it's very important for us to hear what Councillor Brumskine has to say about tribalism.
I don't understand why Joe will run away from his record. He's been vice president for 12 years, Joe. I want to take tonight to challenge you. Come out. You and those fellas you got supporting you. Let's put our record forward. Let's put our vision forward and stop this bullshit about who Congo and who country.
That's it? That's it?
You're not clear enough?
Yeah.
But this, let me respond, Fago. Because they played a video. No, you played a video. No. You cannot play the video and you want to respond again. Dr. Richardson, we're not hearing you.
You're mute.
But you cannot do this. You cannot play a video.
But listen, the video was
nobody mute you. Don't do that thing. Don't do that thing. Nobody mute you.
You were so sure that you had to say that's it. And that means I'm saying my time.
I'm saying that's it because Joseph Yiman Bwaka have never dealt a Congo or tribal card before.
Eh?
Okay, no. That big you got, man. You hold your peace. You hold your peace.
I mean, what time you go?
You want me to go? Let me. If I get 5 people,
I gotta respond to that.
No. Let's ask our audience.
No, we want you
the
stay.
5 people.
You stay.
You want me to go?
No.
Say no.
We want you stay so we can show the debate for what it is. But don't be using I come and go and speak for 4 minutes, then you stay, and then you. You real Barampiki, I never knew about Barampiki like this.
I can't 10 minutes after 6 before you catch it.
Folks, listen, it was good being on the show. I said thanks to you guys, and I will see you guys. No, I will see you guys Wednesday by God's grace. You have a good night. Thank you, Dr. Riches.
Okay, so you're not here tomorrow, just so we make sure.
No, tomorrow, the graduation thing, I'm at the graduation I'm going to. Yeah, so I won't be here tomorrow.
Okay, congratulations on the graduation.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah. So I wanted to point out how our country has a history of divisiveness. And when we come on this platform, we shouldn't be the one that will be highlighting or perpetrating, the story of that divisiveness. If anything, today is Unification Day. There's a reason why Liberia has Unification Day. It is addressed precisely to combat these divisive kind of statements. So I just wanted to play Brumskine's comment about divisiveness and about tribalism that he saw in the Buckeyes camp. And I think it was Wadi Powell that made a post today. She said, "Well, when we hear these things, supporters, pushing or peddling these divisive statements, it is exactly representative of what's happening in the camp. And Liberians will have to make a choice. Selecting divisiveness does nothing but push us behind. What we want to do, the Cummins team wants to move Liberia forward, void of this divisiveness. Everybody should have an opportunity to get a pie of Liberia, a piece of Liberia, if that's what he wants to do. So I'm going to actually go to Mr. Fagon now to if he's here. Okay, go ahead. Make your comment, please.
The first thing I want to say is this. Whenever Remy and some of the ANC folks say, "Oh man, Joe Barker, an 80-year-old man, your propaganda don't pass." Joe Barker was born November 30th, 1944 in Foya. He has 3 sons, 1 daughter. He is 78 years old. Compared to Alexander Benedict Cummins, who is 66 years old, was born in Monrovia on December 7, 1956. Subtract 66 from 78. The old man is only 12 years old. They are crowd. Compared to the youth, yes, they are crowd. 12 years older than Cummins.
No, 10 years age band. 10 years age band.
My brother, we in Africa, our under 12. American people under 10 years. And you see the man interrupting me? They know when I'm making points, they can't stand. So they are crowd of boys. Cummins even named his son after Joe Barker. His daughter name is Ayo. His son name is Barker. Okay? So Joe Biden is the one. Joe Biden is not the same as Joe Barker. Joe Biden is 80 years old and he's running again. Think about that. Our young boy that is 78 years old is just starting to run. Then you're making noise here. The truth of the matter is...
Man, you got to separate Monrovia age from Foya age.
Okay, let's separate it.
Okay.
Say we know Foya age. Look at the 78-year-old man now.
The issue should never be on age. It should never be on age. Listen, it should be on ability to do the job.
Now you want to... Let me talk. You want to move the GoPro now. You want to move the GoPro. When your colleague was talking about 80-year-old man, and Charlene is a young person, you told. Now you know the man read for age that the man is young. Cummins got more gray hair than Parker. Now you want to talk. And that is a fact.
But Parker doesn't have hair. How you know what kind of hair he got? He got no hair.
The one we see that the one we talk about, Cummins got gray hair more than Parker. Now, let's make the second point here.
Just do the Flomo, quit muting people. That's not okay.
You heard Councillor Brumskine saying, excuse me, cut that bullshit up. Let's talk about the record. Yeah, Councillor Brumskine's daughter there, she just got accepted at the Supreme Court bar. Where has she worked in the government? She wants to start her career and foster ahead. Y'all want to hijack her. At the end of the day, we are only giving a friendly advice to Charlene. Because at the end of the day, what Belete have destroyed consistently, he is attempting to finish. And I will leave for this point. When Councillor Brumskine told them to go, they left. Where did 2 people see Ben? Endorsing Cummins in Nimba. Following behind Joria in Jamaica. Sitting down in Chihuahua Taylor car. Then appearing on the stage with Cummins. You didn't see it? We don't have the records. Where is Belete with the $5.9 million? with the airport money, with FIFA just 10 days ago, upholding the decision of the lower court to prosecute him for fraud, embezzlement, misappropriation, and all. What we are trying to do for Charlene is to guide Charlene against the three individuals. One and two, the FIFA issue.
You just provided misinformation.
On who?
On Belete.
Concerning what?
Let's go ahead. Continue.
Yes.
I'll
okay. Actually, we can.
You finish stopping me now, and then you say, "Let's go ahead." Where are we going now?
No, so let's go.
Yes, sir, Falcon. Are you finished?
No, he interrupted me. He interrupted me. Do it. And
all right, you finish, and then we'll go to Ava, and then we'll go to.
Yes, I'm coming to finish.
Thank you.
We see a future for Charlene. If for me, anybody who knows me, I joke a lot when I come here. They know me from 2017. Because, let me say this, all Liberians listening to me, if y'all know me from 2017, this game have not started. Dr. Facing, when politics started, you will not see me in this shirt. I will be in tie and shirt. I will be neatly dressed every day. I promise you that.
As if I took one.
He just coming from African policy team. They don't want to go tell America who to put sanction on.
Oh.
I see, I'm not talking young people. But what I'm saying is this.
I wish I had that power. I'll go back to 2017.
We are on a lighter phase right now. When this battle get intense, I will not see Charlene. Whereas, if Charlene running for representative, anybody move against her, I will move against you. So we are trying to protect her. We know what her father said. And her father's words were clear. If you love me, listen to me. If you respect me, listen to me. Let them go. He moved them out. So at the end of the day, Charlene cannot be the one to disrespect and disobey her father. And then go back to Grand Bassa County and expect the people from whom, and I say this with compassion, when Belete took the party, he carried the party to Nimba. He, Ben, and Kawiye again did it dirt. 4 days ago, they did not carry the convention to Bassa. Belete carried again to Nimba. Belete and Kawiye are from Nimba County. You cannot steal the Bassa people party. You cannot, Dr. Francine. You cannot. MDR is in Nimba.
Thank you.
Belete and Kawiye are people from Nimba.
Thank you.
That party, that the Bassa people party. Since Brumskine died, you can't carry the Bassa people party back to them. You keep running around doing anything you want to do with the Bassa people party. Then you say on the 27th, you will insult them by carrying somebody to them. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
I'm very clear. My time still running. That as I keeping it. They're showing to the public.
You've been done. I gave you 2 minutes after you spoke for far.
Once you give it to me,
you got no idea what you say, no substance. Go ahead. Let him talk. No substance.
It's the time man take it from me. No problem. I will tell you. Now, I am saying to the Liberian people, the old men were very clear. He said, Belete, Kawiye, and Ben. And y'all see what they have done? Y'all let them go. Y'all leave them. Let God be with them. Let them go.
Okay.
If y'all love me, you have my time there. If y'all love me, y'all listen to me. Hear his ears. If y'all love me, if y'all respect me, let them go. So why should Charlene, the daughter that looked like Brumskine return in a woman form, follow Belete, Kawiye, and Ben again to where they went? Why? You're the ANC people. Y'all give me a reason why Brumskine should roll in her grave. Why she his daughter following behind Ben, Kawiye, and Belete? If you can't do it, then you'll leave the girl alone. You'll leave her alone.
Okay, thank you. Remy Gray.
You know, first thing, let me tell you, Belete took an appeal, you understand, to have its FIFA ban canceled. That appeal was denied. Not for him to be re-prosecuted. So that's the misinformation. But let me tell you about Charlene. We continue to make this loud noise about what Councillor Brumskine wanted, what he did not want, and so on and so forth. Charlene is almost 50 years old. Firstly, she's not a kid. She's a woman of substance that has held her own. She got two positions to fight here. One has to do with her father's legacy, and the second has to do with her own future. To continue to beat people because you wanted to support an 80-year-old man who should have left the scene 10, 20 years ago for younger generation. When is Charlene going to be able to exercise? Pretty soon, yeah, you there, you counting a 66-year-old man. That's how you delay Charlene's gratification until she turns 60, and then you say she's old. This is the prime time for Charlene to even elevate her politics. You're talking about a small representative of a district. You should go back and see what it means when you have made it.
They say Kumi's that drawer now.
You should go back and see when you have made it on a ballot as the number 2. That premium that will come on you, that's how the world will see you. And you know what? Charlene is deserving of that position. I can tell you, you guys can make all the noise, bully other people, because this ticket is one of the ones that has sent fear in the spine of some of these people. They're so afraid. And I can tell you, I didn't see it that way, as Ase would say. I did not see it that way, but I think it was Leo who came on this podium and told us that Charlene is more qualified. You know, some people got good head. I look at Charlene and I listen to her. She's so articulate. She's so smart, you know, and exactly what we need for our country. Not all the spider people like turtle moving. Imagine somebody at that age. Now, 3 a.m. in the morning, you got to wake somebody up. They have to process the information whether or not they're president of the republic. A sharp girl, very, very articulate, very, very wise, is who taking the podium here.
Why is Benedict making Kumi's driving around?
You know, they think, no, they can, they'll leave Fangon open. Good day will leave Fangon talking. But
why must Benedict use Kumis to drive you around?
No, the ability you're talking about, we know that.
I like that picture.
Yeah. The ability issue you're talking about,
the
my brother.
A regular picking that Fangon
some of us are turned away by the fact that you have a warlord supporting a ticket, and that's the message that has gone forward. Whether you like it, we don't like it. I don't like, you know,
but y'all were turning away
Johnson coming closer. My brother, I don't like to see Prince Johnson coming anywhere closer. I don't like to see Prince Johnson coming anywhere closer to a ticket. You know what is going to happen to that beautiful old man? With Prince Johnson, he got a history of deceiving people and executing his plan. That guy's a tactician. Don't see him that he's going to be with Joe Buckeye for nothing. He got a plan. And until he executes that plan, until he execute that plan, my brother, don't sit down some piling and say he's supporting us. He's there for a reason. Prince Johnson could not find his way through with CDC. You understand? Younger people, more street people than he could ever imagine. That nonsense he pulled against President Doe when he went in the barracks or went to the mansion and told him, let's fight this Congo man called Taylor, and he lured the guy to the barracks, to the port, only to grab him and slaughter him. This is what we know, and he has yet to even accept that fact. And he's talking about reconciliation. He has never even owned up to what he did to the Liberian people. And this is the guy that is fleecing a political ticket. You know that Prince Johnson will have to cash out in this. You know, definitely. Don't you think that he loved Omer Buckeye so much that he bad-mouthed, cussed? Don't you think that he loved him so much, so therefore he's coming to support him to be president? Prince Johnson knows where he's going with this. And until you know Prince, you will never even allow his altar boy to even be vice running mate to president, to Omer Buckeye. You will never. And I will ask you to again, almost always open your eyes. This ticket that you guys have found, it would turn some of us away. Even if let's say the woman were to make it to second round. You understand? If he had made it there, some of us will have to think hard before, because you know what? I don't want to see Prince Johnson anywhere near the executive mansion. That ticket is what will put Prince Johnson one step closer to the presidency. My brother, I'm more scared than ever before.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm gonna let Fadiga go and then Tupac go, just to switch the dynamic of the show a little bit. I don't want to have two similar thoughts.
People talking.
Tupac? His name is Tupac.
Okay, Tupac.
Too many
ANC
people talking.
Tupac.
Thank you.
Tupac. She call you Tupac or Atina because of the boy.
No, but I pronounce this.
Well, you're eating into my 6 minutes, but let me start. Look, first let me debunk Conor Gray. Look, Prince Johnson supported Ellen. Liberia did not bind. He was not in something. He himself said that Ellen invited him to the mansion so many times. All this panicking and something like that. We all know the fear tactic. Prince Johnson is now on the ballot. The name that is on the ballot for rescue too, his name is Jeremiah Kwanko. Young man that took himself from the dungeon of poverty, and he's where he is today. So that is the person that is going to be worker VP, not Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson has, yeah. So let us get that straight. The next thing that you guys are doing with Charlene, and look, for me, Charlene is an adult. I think she will make the right decision. Like I say, I will reliably inform that they are stressing this a young woman out to be something that she was not even considered the first, second, or third. People, just trying to use her as a pawn now because this is the last option. But here's the thing that Charlene want to lose. Here's what she stands to lose. It is clear that Boyka is the man that are going to face in George Weah. We that have been in this political arena for some time, we know. I don't think it's up for debate. Why gamble the other way when you're going to lose, go back at the end of the line and start over? Charlene, this is your time. Be the representative of Grand Bassa County and move on. Mend your fences. If you want to protect your dad legacy, mend your broken fences with Nyombri and Abi Darius Dillon. Go down there. You're going to be uncontested. Nobody going to go behind you. You're going to have an easy win. Put it together, what is left of your dad legacy. And I see Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. You are a direct incarnation of that woman. Everything that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf became in Liberia, you are next in line to become that. Don't say that Boyka. I don't think this is about Boyka. Because Omen Boyka, whether Charlene supports him or not, he will still be where he is. Look at your future. That's the only thing I said. And to AP Darius and other people, if we have our differences, consider it done. I want to say something, and you guys always keep talking about, you preaching the diva and this and that. Our people don't like, Liberia is the only country that friends don't like to tell friends the truth. Look, it is clear that Liberian people do not want war. Whether you like it or not, our country is divided across tribal and religious lines. Does that mean that we cannot coexist? No, we have coexisted for generations. Look at our politics. When people go into Nima County to grab a permanent citizen for 19, why is for? It's because they need a vote for that place. Why you think communists going for Grand Bassa County is to get the Basodian? That is tribalism. Has it affected or have it made or brought about any divide among us? No. Why you keep talking? I will talk it. Because people may not want to say it. I'm not a person that will sit in the background and say, it's just look. One of the worst things our founding fathers did to that country is what the white people did to African Americans in the country. They left our people ignorant. They left the people poor and destitute, poorly educated. Our politics have not elevated to the point that people can sit there and say, you know what, I will vote on the issue. John Weah became president, he done nothing. He go to debate, do nothing. The people voted for him. Until people can reach to that point of understanding where they can vote based on the issue and not based on my countrymen, what's in it for me. We have not even reached there yet. All the things you're talking, the first thing they're going to look at, Brumskine here, Cummings here, we feel uncomfortable. This ticket represents something that we probably know about. If we have some diversity there, I'm just giving this unsolicited advice. Unsolicited. Whether you like it or not, that is the temperament of our people. What they choose to say? Some people are afraid to say it. Me, I'm afraid to say it. When I say Kui and Sonny, we know the political honor too in Liberia. Say what you want to say about me. I'm not stoking our country, whether you like it. This is a heavily tribalistic country. We are tribal in our country. Our politics is tribal. That is why when the Grebo people supported, it came heavily endorsed Cummings. Nobody complained. Nobody says it's divisive. When Nima County support this one, now they're looking for Grand Bassa. Nobody complaining about it because that is how we won our election. So when we say this group of people that look, my political mother, the first thing she saw the ticket, she said, that thing looking Kuyo, that thing looking Congo. This is an apolitical woman that doesn't get involved in politics. When I hear that, I'm like, this is the sentiment on the ground. So if I was advising Cummings, I would say, don't do it. Don't do it. We need that blend. This is something the Bako mafia of the world fought for, that multi-party democracy, that one party doesn't rule. So when people start talking about autonomy, yes, I will say it. Whether you like it or not, yes, I will say it. Until we can start looking for someone from Nima County because one Nima vote, if we start looking for people from Grand Master or people from Grand Coup, then we know our people have not reached to that place of understanding. Our election is still based on tribe, it's still based on region, it's still based on religion, and that is how we're going to be. Even in America, it happens. The group of people that decide the election, the 62% Caucasian, they could be considered as tribe. The rest all have to work with them. So it's not divisive. It's just stating the obvious. And how can we navigate that so that your ticket, this is just a free advice I'm giving you. So normally, what's in it for you? Your political future. If nobody have told you before, I was on a platform, I recommend you to go as running mate to somebody. But when you decide to go as representative, this is a sure pathway for you to prove yourself nationally and locally in Grand Bassa County that you are one of the best representatives. And I can assure you that 6 years from now, you will go on to be senator, build your political capital, and will be a smooth sailing whether you go as the future rescue 1 or 2 and not fixing something, then you will be ready. But now you are not. All right, good, you gave me 2 minutes. That's good. Yeah, good. So I want you guys to know that. So in Liberty Party, look, what is going on in Liberty Party right now can only be solved by both parties. There can be the only way to attain a win-win situation is for the Ability faction and the Yombidi faction to come together. In the name of Charlene Brumskine, in the name of the West Zone people, I'm begging you guys to put your differences aside and think on the bigger picture. This is not about Ambassador Boyka. Whether Charlene chooses to support him or not, Ambassador Boyka will still retain his place in our political dispensation. Charlene cannot put a dent in that. She cannot destroy it. She cannot do anything with that. What she stands to lose is by losing her chances of becoming representative, sit back, go back to the end of the line for another 6 years, and then start just because of coming. Phil almost is becoming a parent now. Phil aspiration, you shouldn't do that. So if you ask me my opinion, what should you do? I will tell and say, I'm sorry, Mr. Cummings, I'm in the team with you, but I don't think I'm prepared. You are not prepared. You are not prepared. That is why you could have run for senator. You can make a good senator. I like the fact that you chose to become a representative. It shows that you are taking baby steps. Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. Sometimes when you're over ambitious, you got to look. Your dreams have to be realistic for it to be attainable. You have to set realistic goals. Don't let people put you in something that you never play, you never preempted, and they just can't put you there overnight. It just shows some of the failed leadership of Mr. Cummings, and it's becoming glaring.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Ava Tukpa. Ellie said, "Dream big so that your dreams should scare you." Go ahead.
Thank you. She said, if your dreams don't scare you, then you won't know about it. You know, it's so funny. People then who got no ability to make a case for Joseph Boyka are here discouraging a rising star from even seeking her glory and her light. I can't believe it. Just the audacity coupled with the ignorance of suppressing
Her
somebody.
glory is in the House of Representatives.
So you restricting? Okay. Good day. Please operate for me, yeah. Please.
Yes, good day. I sent you the post that Ava sent.
Yeah, the post and the 2 videos. Please go ahead. Good day. I beg you, buddy.
Good day. Please put the post up. Good day, sleepy?
I'll read it and then play for my phone. We can wait for good day whole day.
We can't. Okay, just read a post.
I'll read a post and then you can play or I can play. Okay.
Yeah, read a post.
So this was Abraham Darius Dillon's post on VP Joseph Boyka. VP Joe Boyka. People always deny he was ever dismissed before. We have proven them wrong. Exposing Major Boyka. So you're part of that whole military thing. Was indeed dismissed by President Samuel K. Doe for alleged $2 million financial impropriety. Boyka was Minister of Agriculture in 1985 when he was dismissed by President Doe. The most embarrassing part about Major Boyka's dismissal was that President Doe recalled him from London, where he was representing Liberia at a conference, and ordered him to return home immediately. The fact cannot be challenged, but Boyka folks will still shamelessly argue. I wonder what Dillon is arguing today. Also, we exposed before that Mr. Joe Boyka was again dismissed in the early 1980s from LPRC. No, in the early 1990s from LPRC during the Amos Sawyer interim administration for gross ineptitude. But the Boyka people have said it is a lie. Well, here is a 1991 Inquirer newspaper that reported Boyka's dismissal by then interim President Amos Sawyer. You can't see that lie again, huh? And it's clear. EDB,
My man, now Boyka, the people want all that Asian spirit there. The people ain't get time for it.
So the people got time for you. Don't interrupt. That Joseph Boyka on there, right? So now yeah, Fagon got 2. Okay.
Topa, I'll just read my text on Fagon. Okay, can you go ahead? I don't know who muting you.
I don't know myself. Can I play or not play? Which one?
No, we can't play that because Mr. got to approve that video first.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So essentially, I'll just get your clip.
Why not? You can play.
That you telling Joseph Boyka he lied on his academic credential and everything you show him play it?
That was 2017 campaign. I was fighting for my leadership.
So you're lying on Joseph Boyka, you're telling the truth.
What I said in 2017 was what I said. This is 2023. If you got nothing to discuss in 2023, that's why you still looking for
No,
for
I want to discuss your perspective on the current man you say you supporting.
I am not running for president.
It doesn't matter. It's what you said about the man who running for president.
No, and what did you say about the man you supporting right now?
I never said a word about Cummings. Cummings is my personal friend. Yes.
Is that a debate tonight that you said?
No, go find anything. I can find tape on you. You cannot find me denigrating Cummings. You cannot even find me denigrating Joseph Boyka. I focus on the issues. I focus on the possibility that CDC had. I never used it to denigrate other people.
My brother, I am not running for president.
It doesn't matter. You advocate for somebody who does not have
you
the
got nothing against Joe Parker.
Our country under the hole today. That's what you're doing. That's what you're trying to do.
You got hole?
You know what kind of hole we eat every day? You cry on Joe.
You spent 30 years at Coca-Cola. You can't bring him here to manage mobility with pigs.
Fagon, can you hold
Is that how you perceive it?
We know that Coca-Cola battle to you.
The man who spent 20 years playing football in Kenya.
No, we know that Coca-Cola battle to you.
Fagon, hold up, please. Topak, please finish your turn, and then it will be my turn. And then
Thank you. Look, folks, it's just sad that these folks have no tangible, substantive argument against Charlene Brumskine or Mr. Cummings. Just a little, like, I won't say ghetto, but street discussion that they try to infiltrate into substantive discussions is sickening. Okay? Look at the kind of statement. Managing people like Coca-Cola bottle. Do you think the work Mr. Cummings was doing was managing Coca-Cola bottles? That level of influence on our people, that level of negativity, that level of looking at our people as morsels, piece, not even full piece of food, just piece of food that people can just consume. It's sickening. We have to move on, people. Wait, what? I feel I get everybody 6 minutes, though. Then you interrupting me again, President?
You ain't Fagon going back. That's me a time.
I'll eat no Fagon.
The show is still in Burma. I forgot the time. So around, we gotta go to the full line.
Look. I can say that I'm gonna
you can't interrupt me. I let all of y'all speak. Why are you interrupting me?
No, I got a video. I will play it.
No, my man. Right. Let me speak. Let me finish speaking. You're eating my time. So the reality, folks, the reality for people to try to determine what Charlene's future is, for them they try to do the same thing with Mr. Cummings. To tell him he must come in vice president because one, they said Joseph Baga's sick, he will not live long. All kind of funny things. Mr. Cummings said, wait now, I'm gonna be waking up every morning thinking he said the president at 7 coming die. What kind of substance that? Nobody wants to live that life. Now today they're telling Charlene, don't even run, don't go. Go run in a district where we already got somebody named Julia Bono running. What sense that makes? How can you try to suppress an individual's future instead of trying to make a case for a ticket that you cannot make a case for? I mean, what's his name? Kun came on this platform and talk stuff that he has no idea about, no understanding of how to build systems, no understanding of how a corporation operates, no understanding of how the electricity sector functions. Or you know that generation, and then the people can't be millionaire from selling electricity. What sense does that make? Is that the kind of leadership we want in our country today, where we are in a hole, whether with debt, whether we have economic status, whether we have our exchange rate, whether with inflation, whether with job creation, whether with no economic activity in the agriculture sector, and we're talking about people who cannot do anything to move the needle? No, folks, let's wake up. We need a better Liberia, and hopefully people will be smart enough to vote Mr. Cummings for him to be that leader that can take us there.
Thank you, Ava. So, you know, we have a procedure in terms of playing videos and posts. Usually I try to get the approval from the CEO in Liberia. So that's why if I ask you to please wait for a minute, that's what I'm asking you. So Father God, please hold your video until we get approval. Or if you send it to James sends it to her and then it gets approved. You know, I wanted to just make a comment and then I'll let Fagon take us home and then we're gonna go to the phone lines. We'll come back and make our parting comments. You know, sometimes it can be stated that Liberia coexisted for generations, you know, with different groups coexisting together. And that's true. We have been coexisting with all of our diversity that we have brought to our nation. But because we have coexisted, because if you want to use the analogy like black and whites have coexisted in the United States, it doesn't mean that we should inflame our coexisting together. We shouldn't say we want to make these, you know, country statements or all of the comments that we've been hearing lately. It does not help our situation in our country. So what we need to do is to strengthen our coexistence of our coexistence in our country. That's what we need to do. And so we need to listen to teams, presidential running teams that will promote diversity, inclusion, and equity in our country, as opposed to saying, oh, this is a country of free ticket. Yes, we can say we want to elevate the politics, and that's what Cummings, and if Charlene should agree, Brumskine ticket will present. We have an old ticket, the Boca Coon, and when I say old, I mean that both of them have been in government for a long time. And it hurts me, honestly. You know, I went back and actually Coon presentation here during the last time he was on this platform triggered me to go back to research the Bocas 68, because I asked him a question about the Bocas agreement, and he said, which one? The person who is supposed to be in the legislature, that is supposed to be telling me what he has done, was asking me, a citizen of Liberia, which one of the Bocas agreement that you're talking about. Then he went further by saying, oh, you hear me talking for the Nima people with the Eselamita when I did suggest to him the Eselamita agreement. That was his advocacy. But to me, being a legislator is much more than advocating. You have other responsibilities like oversight. You know, you have other responsibilities like lawmaking. All right. So to me, advocacy and say, oh, I asked for a better living condition for the people in Nima, that's just minimum. So it hurts me to know that, you know, even Mr. Falcon can attest to that. Coon was part of the legislature when the Western Cluster D was signed. All right. And we are not getting the value for our human resources in our country. And yet and still, we want a ticket now that will devalue our resources that we need to build our country, so that we won't be living on handouts. We won't be going to be borrowing money all the time, okay? When we have our resources generate revenue, that's what we need to be getting in our country to build our country. And that is not happening. And this is why we're asking for someone who can present a different vision, somebody who has lived in a system where productivity is expected. Then someone who would just sit there and say, oh, I preside over the Senate. You know what, when someone preside over something, you know what it means? That's a hell of a lot of responsibility. It means that you should just be sitting there saying, oh, I hear today, you said this, you said that. No, there's lobbying that is involved in negotiation. There's pointing out clause that doesn't make sense in the law. For the 66 Bocas agreement, there were clauses, okay, there were clauses in the law that didn't even help the Liberian people, like the non-disclosure clause. They were hiding things from the Liberian people so that, you know, they won't have the transparency in terms of Liberian people should know how the deals were being made for, you know, for example, the Chevron oil deal, how it was being made for them, the logging system, the logging deal, how it was helpful for the Liberian people. And those were put in those agreements, and that's why we call them Bocas agreement. So on this matter, I want to say that we need a new team, a team of people with fresh ideas, people who can present vision to our country. And I think that's what Charlene and Brumskine, that's what Charlene, if she should accept the running mate position, and also Cummings present. By the way, you know,
not to interrupt you, but I don't know that she has even been asked, even though started that talking story.
That is very true. That is very true.
You're ready, you.
I would just say, you know, I actually we exchanged pleasantry over the weekends because I was very impressed with her presentation at the convention. And, you know, she didn't present to me as someone who's having sleepless night. I think Fatika and others are having more sleepless night. She was just so happy. And to end my time, because all of you guys used 4 minutes, James, could you please put up that comment that was spoken by Charlene, please? I think I sent it to you just to end my time. Yeah, Mr. Falcon, make the sign across. All you want is station on the cross. All you want, that's okay. You want a Catholic school, huh?
We also have the video was approved.
Let me just also say, she said, and I want to end with you guys who are struggling to say that you know what Brumskine would say more than his own daughter, okay? She said, if my father was here today, and I will keep on reminding you, I said this to you, he would be proud. He would be proud. He would be proud because the Liberty Party stood on their word, something that we have difficulty with in Liberia. standing by our word. You know, when your yes is yes, your no is no. We are good for betraying because of greed, our own personal vendetta of power. But she said her dad would be proud because the Liberty Party stood within the collaboration. He would not have bridged the contract to the Liberian people. He would not have bridged the contract to the Liberian people. He would have wanted a united force on this Unification Day. He would have said, we give our word and it is our bond. Your word is your bond. You will stay in their collaboration through ebbs and flow for the sake of the Liberian people, making Liberia a more deserving country where everyone can have a piece of this pie. And that's what Mr. Brumskine stood for. And that's what Charlene stands for. And that's what Mr. Cummings stands for. Thank you very much.
Okay, my video inside there.
Our time or that video time or that call
We actually go into the phone. We'll have to. Can you close your? Can you keep your video for? We will let Fagon take us. I don't understand why who's muting me there. Fagon will take us to the phone lines, and then
so people can call us.
No, we said that it will go strictly through James today. And also to the line
but he was not acting up. That he was not around.
Okay, Fagon, please take us to the phone line. 652.
ANC people, they finish talking the whole day. Now they come and give me 652. That is not what Charlene said. There's nothing in that thing that says collaboration. Nothing about your whole thing in Gunter. What Charlene said was that her father would have been proud because they stood on the side of the opposition, and that's what they are until today. Now, we all know Ma Ellie got her hand, but I will leave that topic for another day. Tuba, you want to go back to 2017. Were you not the chairman of the CDC USA?
No, I was not at that time.
Hey, hold on. Hold on, you are talking at all. Okay, you say you're not.
You talk.
You are not in CDC?
I was.
Were you not one of the big person in CDC?
I was.
100,000 jobs and everything about CDC, you made all kind of, now you?
Thank you for admitting that I don't want to recruit you to CDC, but you acted first.
No, now you recruit me, now you are not one of those.
I recruited you, Dala.
But you make the devil, then you come outside, you say you devil.
When you think we are making devil? We are making somebody who will rescue and change Liberia. That what it was, and you know
but
that.
But you never say in the same boat. Why are you acting like
no, we're not in the same boat. We're not in the same boat.
But anyway, we're in the same boat.
I will not researching boycott. I was focusing on our platform.
You were in CDC before I came there.
I was. But anybody can go back. We got all the...
And when I came and saw y'all were a real cult.
The internet can never lie. You know very well I'm not no kind of top person.
But let me
you
go
know
on.
that. You know that.
Give me
you know
chance.
I'm an
Let me
independent
finish you one time.
And our judge, we are kind of praise single. You know
Give
that
me
very
chance.
well.
Let me finish you one time.
The institution and met that dynamic.
You talking. Dada Francine?
Your time just starting. But you asked
me. No,
my
time not even starting.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Since I've been supporting JMB, I've never joined the Unity Party. I only support him. I am a traditional man. I can't come on a platform and say, oh, Uncle Joe, sorry for everything. No. Tradition demands that I go there. I use their right hand. I fall to her feet and put my right hand to her feet. If he lay hands on my back, he has forgiven me. You don't know about tradition. So our traditional thing will do it. You'll be saying now you're talking. Let's go to the substantive issue. You want to separate a man that is 12 years younger than a man with more experience than he has. You are trying to give us a man who only knows how to operate and run a corporate institution. Whereas, in contrast, we are presenting to you a man who knows how to run a country. There's a difference. Your candidate knows how to run a corporation. My candidate knows how to run a country. And that's what they're running for. Who can run the country, not a corporation. Your candidate knows about a product It's called Coca-Cola. My candidate knows about people. They are called Liberians. There's a difference. So my candidate got 2 on your candidate right there. Number 3, your candidate work in a system, and that is a corporate system. My candidate has worked in communities. There's a difference. It's 3-0. Your candidate has worked for profit, to make profit, and you guys have been boasting about it. Fortune 500 companies. My candidate has worked for the general welfare of the people. The score is 4-0 right there. Your candidate stayed out of the country for 30 years, working for a foreign corporation. My candidate worked in the country for 40 years for the people now that he's running to serve. The score is 5-0. Your candidate has struggled with a lifestyle. My candidate has lived an exemplary lifestyle. It's 6-0. Your candidate was invited by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and given the nation's highest honor only to make him president. My candidate was selected based on his work to be a vice running mate. In short, he became a co-worker to Madam Sirleaf, as opposed to your candidate who became an invitee for a medal. Need I continue this deliberation with you with the score now at 8-0? When will you catch up with me? My candidate has named his running mate. Your candidate is still begging people to work with him. Not for him, but with him. My candidate had brought people who called him a walking dead man, who called him names such as myself. He managed to unite us and bring us on board a rescue train. But your candidate does not even speak to us, who have done nothing even against him. He can cut a speech worse than George Weah. The score is 9-0. Need I continue? I told you I'm not ready yet. The day you see me with shirt and tie.
They will go to your phone line, please.
And y'all see them. The score is 9-0. I don't know what I am. That go to the phone line, brother.
Thank you. Yes.
Brother, that go to the phone line. Because, brother, that go to the phone line.
Is I'm on air?
I mean, I always told y'all, Dr. Francine wearing green shades. This woman is United Party woman. Yeah, the green there.
Hello. We have problem with the internet from Liberia.
No worries. So we'll go to Eugene. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah. I'm calling from New Jersey. Ibrahim Diuga. I just want to see thanks to all those on the platform tonight. And I just want to see, to Brumskine's daughter, I don't know how to call her, Charlene Brumskine. You see, for the peak, the vice president peak for Mr. Kumi, if I was Charlene, I would not take it, because for one fact, the Benedict man and the Sanvi man, during the time Mr. Brumskine was living, they left the party and they went to join CDC. They ran away. Okay. So for now, for them to come back to Charlene and say, be VP, it's like, throwing somebody under the bus. So if I were me, I would let my father legacy to stand.
All right,
so
sir. Thank you.
I will not go there.
All right, thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, your name and where you calling from?
This is Daniel Water calling from Maryland, Baltimore.
You have 1 minute.
Look, quickly. quickly, let me just, personally, maybe because of the limitation of time, I would just refer, my concern to Mr. Toba. I don't know his full name anyway. But the thing is that, you latching at the facon of not speaking to substantive issues. You still not also speaking, with substantive nature when you're talking to people like Jeremiah Cohen. The man was on your show. You said everything he said did not make sense. But I don't want to be personal with you, but that's why they have policy makers. Even if he were not constructed in terms of what he said, put it in application to his personal life. And sorry to saying this to you, that if you look at Jeremiah Cohen's life, he lived right in Liberia. He grew up in Liberia, and he turned to the very successful business person in the Liberia we're talking about today. And it still don't tell you anything that he knows what he's saying about where he want to take Liberia, and you still say, oh, he didn't say anything. Jeremiah Cohen's life, you live in America. He live in the poor country Liberia you're talking about. His life is better than your life.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Hello? 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 Yeah, Nime, where you calling from?
Yeah, thanks, James. I'm Albert and I call from Brussels.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yes, I just want to ask Alva just one question. And Dr. Francine, on your show, when Honorable Kuhn appeared on your show, he listed some of the things that he's done in Nima County, even the building hospital and turning it over to government, building school, and the rest of them. As compared to Charlene Brumskine, is there any trademark or footprint of Charlene Brumskine in Grand Paso County or in Liberia that you can point out and say, Charlene Brumskine have done this? Because you try to make the issue about Honorable Kuhn, especially Dr. Francine. Can you tell me any one thing that Charlene Brumskine have done that have benefited Liberian people? I'm not talking about the family name or her father's legacy or family legacy. Okay. I'm talking about Charlene Brumskine herself.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Let me get this. Hello? 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 Your line is connecting. If you're ready. All right. If you're not ready, please don't call and hold the line. Others are calling. Hello? Hello? I don't know.
Okay, are we good, James? If we're good, we can move on to our closing.
Yeah, I think I'm facing internet problem. It's just connecting. Just connecting. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can go ahead.
All right. Father God, we want to thank all of the callers. We're going to move on to our closing. Father God, do you want to go ahead and do your closing?
Okay. The person just got connected. Hello.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, James.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. This is Stanley Swain, and I phone in from Liberia.
Make your point, sir.
Yeah, thank you, James. As we are discussing about Mr. Cummings and JMB, I think in this race, Mr. Cummings is being seen in this case as someone who have come to fix the country, and why Mr. Kwaka is named as the rescuer. But now, what I see here is complete deception to what Mr. Cummings from other or party, or supporters like the likes of Ability, the likes of Sanvi. They are not doing justice. They are not doing justice to Mr. Cummings.
they just want to get from Mr. Cummings and go. Because these guys did not come with a clear mind. Why would this time, James, that Mr. Cummings was not able to pick his running mate at the convention? And there were everyone expected Mr. Cummings to have picked his running mate. Why it is giving another additional 2 weeks? That is to tell you they lost total control on the political career of Mr. Cummings, and Mr. Cummings have done himself by joining this so-called CPP.
All right.
You see? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's go to closing now because of the time. So we'll start with Fadiga, and then we'll go to Tukba, and then Fakon, and then I will close the show up.
I would close with it.
About the issues, there are a few of them I'd like to comment, just to clarify. Yeah. First, on this Joe Buckeye's issue, I think we should understand the context. Joe Buckeye did not steal money. He was never
very low
by me of stealing money. All right. We were in a government that was factional, and the support of that government depended upon the support that it received from all of the parties. One member of that government, whose mother, of the interim legislative assembly, whose mother was very powerful, wanted Joe Buckeye removed from the position as an LPRC. And she engineered, because her son was in the petroleum business, and she was so influential in her party, and it was black, that she harassed us until we made some changes which was unfortunate. And I take full responsibility. And that good man should not be maligned because of this. So I hope people understand this. There was no record of Joe Buckeye stealing anything. It was a political move in a faction-ridden government, where the legitimacy of the government depended upon all the support it could get from all the members of the TLA, of the Transitional Legislative Assembly. The other thing I like.
Profound. Mr. Tukwa, you are here. The same man lap, the man vindicated Ambassador Boyka before his untimely demise. And want to tell you, thank you so much, Dr. Sawyer. Your legacy will live on. You see, when Ambassador Boyka told me that Hussein, we just want, he said, I don't really care about this whole presidency thing. It's not something, but if I have one wish, my only desire is to rescue this country and turn it over to, put it in a responsible hand. That was the quote, exact quote. And the reason why I believe him is because of tip like this. People that serve with this man. You look high and might look. The reason people may have given against Mr. Boyka, even me sometimes in the past, I pray everybody will get to know this man. I know everybody will not have that privilege. We, the few people that have come up close to him and have tapped into that reservoir of knowledge, we are starting to understand how we came here and who want us to remain there. That is why they have kept this man. They tried to prevent him in 2017 when we supported him, and they are trying to do it again so that we cannot rewrite this age-old narrative. But I think 2023 is a good year for Liberia. We're going to rescue this country. Change is about to come to Liberia. So Ava and all you people that are still trying to find leg, I pray that God send you a good running mate, or send from heaven. Probably you can ask the old man himself to send a representative down that will help Mr. Cummings, but you leave my bastard sister alone. Charlene, I do not know you personally. If I were friends on Facebook, I see your timeline. I know where your heart is. If Mr. Brumskine, look, all these things about Hugo, the Liberty Party have always been a party that people can migrate here and there. One person you keep forgetting was how they call Israel Akisai. I hear you're talking about any. There was
30 seconds, Fadiga.
30 seconds, you start talking here.
All right. You did talk.
Let me say this. Let me say this. To Nyambli, Dillon, I'm begging you guys, for the sake of Brumskine, you fix your difference. We cannot afford. I told you guys yesterday, I will say it today. 2023 election will be decided in Grand Bassa County. Grand Bassa County going to decide this election. It means a lot for the county. We can benefit from the thing. We're not setting anything for small field. You don't bring your small field around all this time around. We won't beat things now. But our county is promising the first county with 24-hour testing running, the first county that have full-time nightclub and bar. We have to reclaim our tune. We brought civilization in that place too. Next to Moravia, let us reclaim our West Zone. We need that solidarity. A.B. Dara did our nose in the past. We ruffle fellows, but you know where we came from. You guys did the noble thing. At some point, I didn't believe that it would happen. The fact that Nyombli will put her personal interest aside just for the sake of the national good. Honestly, I will find you. I'm waiting to come to Liberia. I will meet you guys. If I have to bear down and hold your feet and say, Mama, let's squash whatever previous differences we have. This is time for one Bassa. Let us do it. But Charlene, don't put your foot there. You don't want to gamble your future away. Let Cummings take his baggage and do whatever.
Time out, Fadiga. Thank you very much. As if I took my please to your closing, and then we'll go to Fadiga, and then I'll go.
So if we follow your tribalistic tendency, Fadiga, you think we'll even call you Bassa, man? You think we'll even let you be a part of our county?
For every county, I pay it. You see, I pull my pay.
I tell me, a Bassa, man. Don't interrupt. So again, we got somebody who the referee and a player, the drug game, they decide what the score will be. So you telling all that Joseph, but my man, be quiet. Be quiet. You tell her that Joseph Boga doesn't even have a concept of creating jobs. That's what you're trying to tell me. For you to look at somebody who can create jobs and say it's a bad thing for Liberians for them to understand the private sector know how to create.
You create a job.
Fagon, please relax.
Why you create a job?
Relax, we're coming to you. Relax, please, we're coming to you.
A man who can increase the bottom line. He strives for profitability. He will seek the best deals for his people. But you want people who were in the Senate together. 66 out of 68 concessions were bad, illegal, corrupt concessions.
Another spider story.
Our people not disciplined. We talk about substance, they can't hang with it.
And then when we talk about people that see that spider story, I say it again, you saw your Liberian people.
But all these things are factual. We can break the thing down in terms of different individual roles. Then we're talking about somebody who can reconfigure our budget, take our budget to $1 billion, but you're unhappy. It's not possible. Until CDC said, bro, $770,000 national budget, then your ass started glowing now. Even Joseph Boyga, where the young money, money bow, they talk about $1 billion budget now. But the how, they can say, but I share the information with you on the how in the public space. So it's possible for you to kind of parrot that and follow it. But you prefer budget shortfall, Eugene. You prefer budget shortfall. Okay? So your score you're talking about humanitarian philanthropists. I put Mr. Cummings' record against probably the entire other people who running in a legislature. They reach half of what he has done for the Liberian people. They didn't touch it. So when you talk about humanitarian philanthropists, that's Mr. Cummings. What he's done, no one else has done it consistently. Then you talk about school. Then for you to bring that inane, ignorant struggle with lifestyle where Obed admitted to that he lied on the man, he called somebody from Atlanta and they validated the story, for you to try to run with that. When he has said, we got a video with his confession, but he said, when I play video today, they put in Montreal, I know where I'll be.
Can you speak to the Sawyer video, please? Can you speak to the Sawyer video, please?
The Sawyer video?
Yeah, what you just said.
Can you tell me what to speak to?
No, I want you to
No, don't interrupt me, man. Be quiet. You can tell me what to speak to.
One minute.
Can you apologize to the Liberian people?
No.
Take it away to Patao.
Thank you. I quoted Dylan. I quoted Eugene.
But you just heard a video.
Man, don't interrupt me. That video is not relevant to this discussion. That video is not relevant to this discussion. Okay? Mr. Cummings earned that what he was giving. He stood in the gap for Liberia during Ebola. Before that, 50,000 at Grand Bassel Hospital there. 50,000 raw cash. He donated it to Grand Bassel Hospital. He's been bringing medication to this country. He has saved lives. Other people bring their own, they sell it. They sell it. They don't give it to people free. They sell it. The roguish healthcare sector we got, where the U.S. ambassador had to expose them. They even go to where they use our tax waivers to bring in containers of medicine and then go to the store, to the different pharmacies and clinics and sell it to the people. That criminal acts. Okay? Then you talk about 12 years. The vice president was vice president for 12 years. Yeah. He was vice president for 12 years. He himself admitted what his role was, a park car. He didn't contribute to the development, but selectively, the same opportunity where he said is squandered.
5 seconds.
He would choose to say, oh yeah, I'm part of the success. When Lobo be talking about the rules, then he can say he got part of the success. No, he's not. That his own man Costa call him walking dead. Nobody calls him. We're just saying what you said about him. I believe the Papa is a good man. I believe he's better than George Weah. I don't believe he has the ability.
Can you get an apology? I will pay for 30 seconds.
Hey, Fariga, you taking the man
that vein I show you on your forehead is not happening with me. Okay? Okay. So all I'm saying is Charlene has her own decision-making process. If Mr. Cummings asks her, she can say yes or she can say no based on her assessment. This is a counselor at law. This is a professor of law. This is somebody with experience who manages a corporation and understands balance sheet. She understands, profits. She understands losses. She understands opportunities. She'll weigh her chances and know what to do. But for her to be crying on that young lady knee in this public space, I don't know what to say. I'll be honest with you. When Sawyer was talking, I went to get my little snack to eat and my water to drink. So I even hear what the Papa say. So I'm sorry if I get I get answer that bear will be. I hear what he say, okay?
Tomorrow you come back outside in
tomorrow. So, Francine, I think you're on mute, but I think that's it. Again, I appreciate the people who can really listen to the show.
I was giving Fagon his turn to talk, and then
Fagon won't talk.
My fellow Liberians, on behalf of my brother Alva Tupa, and all of you watching this show tonight, we want to say, Uncle Joe, sorry, Alva lie on you. That Papa saw you talking to. So we say, Papa, sorry. Ava, now somebody fool you.
No, I got to make a point of correction. I read what Dillon said about your man. That Dillon said it. I read it.
On behalf of Abba, I would say sorry, Papi. Don't take it serious, Papi.
I apologize to you that Dillon will go knee down again. And that Dillon knelt down and they put his hand on his head.
Now, how they looking in the
Papi, like your son, I John Fagon. Fagon, I can help you?
Yeah, help me. Papi will beg you.
No. Are you close? Fagon, please close. Otherwise, then I go to my set of close.
Now, Uncle Joe, with your permission, let me educate ANC people. Article 51 of the Liberian Constitution states, and I quote, "There shall be a vice president who shall assist the president in the discharge of his functions. The vice president shall be elected on the same political ticket and shall serve the same term as the president. The vice president shall be president of the Senate and preside over the deliberations without the right to vote, except in the case of a tie vote," unquote. Your sister says bogus agreement you keep talking about. You saw Joe Barker voting there. His job is to preside over the deliberations. Say ANC people, he no book. Meaning that the thing that people talking there, he's supposed to control the argument like how you controlling our thing here. He's supposed to preside. He is not to vote unless the 30 senators vote and are 15-15. Then he can vote. So you leave my old man need all of your thing you're talking about concession. My old man don't know anything about it. His job was to preside. And there was never a tie that he had to break. Now that is free education for ANC. Y'all can pay me later. Now, you talk about the old man don't know how to configure a budget. When Ellie took power with the old man, the budget was 80 million. The old man has presided over the same Senate that helped to increase the budget to 520 million, paying people above the minimum wage. As a Vatuba, the devil you myself dress and brought to town is now paying the people $45. It means the old man can preside over a budget for a country, and your candidate presides over a budget for a corporation. Now, you want to talk about Kumis. I will close on this note. Kumis has no record for me to debate. I'm not coming to argue about somebody 30 years record in America. The not American team we're talking here, the Liberia team. When Kumis show his record from Liberia, we'll debate it. But for now, I don't want to hear anybody talk about Kumis record again. Kumis got no record in Liberia. He record that to the Coca-Cola and the Coca-Cola battle.
Thank you.
I just say thank you. Ain't say again.
After you say you're respectfully submitted. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I free Kumis small. I respectfully submit.
Okay, thank you very much. I won't go on now that one. So you know,
the begin to down your head.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know, Liberians, I want to just speak to you, and I want to tell you that when we come here and use words like preside, and someone will say, "Oh, you know, it just means that you're just sitting there, you're just getting paid, you're not doing nothing." That people were talking about agreements, concession agreement in terms of what is good for Liberia. And you just sat there, you don't do nothing. That's not what presiding over a body means. Presiding means you have authority over the meeting. So when they are putting things in the law that don't make sense, or when they are talking about how they're going to bribe each other to make the law pass as what they did in the 66 bogus agreement. I want Liberians, y'all hear me, y'all get educated on the 66 bogus agreement, because I went back and read about it, especially after my interaction with Mr. Kuhn, okay? They went and they put things in the law like so Liberians people shouldn't know anything. There was no transparency. And our Omen Boka was there, who was supposed to call attention to those things, say the way I hear you talking about this law, the way you're trying to pass this law, y'all take a halt, y'all stop a little bit. Let's figure out, is this good for the Liberian people? He didn't do that. He just sat there like someone saying he just supposed to sit there. No. The Constitution, if it wanted to say just sit there, would have said just sit there supremely and don't do nothing. Supremely and don't do nothing. It says assist. That was the word that it used. Assist means to do something, especially in today's world. So I want Liberian people to know, we'll learn a few words there, like preside, what exactly it means. Authority over a meeting, to be in charge of the meeting. You can proceed with negotiation. You can stop with negotiation. You can say, Fakon, hold on, let Tupac talk because it's not your time yet. Or you can say, Fadiga, please don't play that tape. I gotta get approval from Morovia. That's what preside is. Okay? So
why about voting now?
Let's clarify that. Say that again, Fakon.
Why about voting now to vote to pass a bill?
Well, you rightfully said that there had to be, he was the tiebreaker. That's what a vice president does.
And there was never a tiebreaker.
However, in a modern society, in modern governments, there's negotiations that happen on the floor. That's why it's called deliberation on the floor. So if you are presiding over a deliberation, you will call attention to things that don't make sense in a bill. You're not just let it slide. You will call attention and say, listen, this is not in the interest of Liberian people. I see.
But what if the majority wants to vote? Can you stop them?
Wait, you interrupted me. However, we never heard him say, in as much as I disapprove, I am presiding. I disapprove this bill. I disapprove this bogus concession agreement. But
how can you do that, Dr. Francine?
He can't do that.
He can't do that. He can't do it.
How? And I tell you. What do you mean by
do that?
What do you mean by that? No. That's not what happens. Let me just say. Let me just say. So if you're going to preside, you are going to say how the deliberation is going to go, like you see how I do on this show. I turn the order. And when I disagree with something that somebody is saying, I verbalize my views. So I wanted to make that point. Now, let me go to point number 2 for you guys. Point number 2.
No, so who can vote now?
You're not going to disrupt me. That distraction that you're playing here and not working here today. Please, thank you. So let's talk about the difference between corporation and government. You know, if I go and stay up play by play, giving up points here, I want to tell you guys the difference between corporation and a government. There's a lot of there's a lot of similarities. They both work with people, and they utilize laws, regulation, and policies to work with people to govern a product. Okay, they are both systemic. That means that they are system. But what we know that systems do not just run themselves. They are ran by people. So you need to have good leaders within system in order for system to run. System do not govern themselves. And that's what Mr. Cummings has. He has the ability to run a system in 2 places, Liberia and in a modern world. And that makes him a plus. They are both outcome-based, okay? In a corporation, rightfully said, the outcome is profit-based. In a government, the outcome is the general welfare of the people. But you have to have the skill to motivate people to have a good outcome, okay? Whether that outcome is profit or improvement.
What are the dissimilarities between the two?
You're not hearing that good English I'm speaking. You're not hearing the English I'm speaking.
I said the dissimilarity. How are they different?
I'm not going to be distracted if I go. That's what I'm telling you. I'm giving you, and I was summarizing for you to become a good teacher. Let me. Yes, sorry. Okay. Now, lastly, you know, when we emphasize this 40 years of being in government, it's 40 years of experience. In today's world, we're not just looking for experience. 40 years of the government going from one LPMC, LPRC, Ministry of Agriculture, that 40 years. We are looking for leadership quality. We are looking for legacy. We are asking, what did you do? What did you leave behind that was sustainable?
This is what we have.
They're not happening. Your distraction not happening. What did you do that will impact the lives of Liberians? And you're right. You know, the papas, the old man, my old man, because you know that papa that my brother pa. And I will not even go to that other detail there. Okay, so that old man in some way, yeah, look at me, I can't wait for. You look at me like the way I look at you, I can look at you.
Because I want to tell you the thing that the papa did good, and the thing your friend has a
tomorrow you have all day to talk about it. Tomorrow you have
I said Jack got call for the papa.
You have all day to talk. So when we talk about experience, we are talking about leadership quality, leadership skills, not just being, especially Liberian people in today's world.
They want to cry the money in Liberia, we stay out.
You're not just going to sit in a position. Lastly, I'll use your word, Fadika. You always say, let's vote for a change and not chance. And when you vote for Mr. Cummings, that's what you'll be getting, a change. Okay, a change in the way things are done. You'll be voting for communication. You'll be voting for creativity to change our. That's way I want to tell you, but I know there will be a change in our country, and that's what we need to do.
They will put cabinet in the soft.
Hey, look at your ass Sleepless night now. I beg you. So on that note,
the system shaking. 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 I mean, you can make it. You can make it.
Nobody want even follow your
the debate not on your side, my brother. Now one time you're not here, and that arrest. That way your whole agenda arrest. That means laying down in the gutter. Okay,
no station talking about ANC in the whole country.
What?
I challenge you, ask James to. We the only station that encouraging ANC.
But
no other station talking about you.
Okay, what happened for you? There's no Truth FM. There's no Cool FM. There's no other FM.
Yeah, I'll let my man come in. It's just that.
My man, we appreciate it. No, gentlemen, let me tell you something. Hold on 1 second. Eugene, be quiet. Let me tell you something. My begin, listen, let me tell you something.
Why is Cummings driving for ability?
Listen, Eugene. Listen.
Let me close the show, please, so that
No, wait. Let what he need. Let's put the moon picture. Let's put the moon picture.
So Belete just saying that Cummings driving Belete. Man.
Cummings not go to the airport to pick me up before. So what are you crying for? Cummings is a regular guy, believe it or not.
And I know regular.
There you go. You supposed to better not be regular, man. Eugene, on this platform, Eugene. 1 second, Francine. Eugene, on this platform. Eugene, just be quiet for 1 minute. On this platform.
I'll give you 1 minute.
If you say we're going to address the devil, let's make a commitment here. And when I hear Cummings
you're not addressing the devil here in the public. You're not easy.
Hey, my man, you even know about that society. Just leave it. Eugene, you the traditionalist. You're not from our country. From today, you're not from our country. Eugene. Eugene. Okay, the men are citizens. The men are citizens. Eugene. If you are serious for us to address the devil on these kind of platforms, you will not be talking negative about Mr. Cummings, his ticket or something. We're not talking about Joseph Boyka. Let's focus on the issues.
But you go to Joey.
But that's the point. No, you're the one. Look at the first section of this show. Look at the previous shows. If you're serious,
I told you next week. Joey have been out talking about you. I see you.
You'll be comparing the policies. Everything
I'll be wearing.
Let them make it next week. Let's make it a whole or May all the way to June. The government want to talk about. Fadiga, you say so. All right, I see you, my man. Good day. Thank you for the great job, man. Appreciate it.
All right, folks. See you all tomorrow. The team will be back at 8 p.m. Liberian time to continue with Spoon Talk. Until then, have yourself a great time.